Morning, everyone. Welcome to this, whatever this is. What the fuck is going on? You did a hype train without me. Which way am I going? That's the right way, yeah. What the fuck? Thank you very much for a hype train. I don't know what's happened. Hold on. Ma'ams. Megan with fucking 8.
Bitch. 18 months is a long fucking time and I appreciate you. Hail Satan, motherfucker. What the shit? Good God on a dick. Why?
What the fuck? Stop it. Silly with that 30 months.
Lee, thank you for resetting to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an anus its wings. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Blue Note Backer.
Fucking dicks! Thank you for 13 months in a row, motherfucker. I appreciate your resubs, especially those Bezos bugs.
Don't forget to use your goddamn Prime sub. Doesn't have to be here, just anywhere, because Bezos makes he literally makes 8 billion a minute. Let's take the $5 back. Oh, Pyro, where does the...
What in the fuck? What's today? What's going on? Thank you for 14 months of friendship and awesome conversation and subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and hailing Satan. Word, yo. What the fuck? Thank you.
You guys wrecked it. Lizzie fucking resubbed the class, keeping the classy alive and giving an 8 swings for 42 fucking months. What in the fucking Christ? It's the answer to the universe, though. That's exciting. Thank you for the Prime sub. Don't forget your goddamn Prime subs. Jesus fuck. Megan gifted 5 subs in the channel. Megan, what in the tit fuck? It's Nyan Tentacles, Scruffy, Anageek, Cerebral Onion, and Casserole. Is it casserole? Because that's fucking funny. Thank you so much for being here today to accept these wings upon your anus. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing is sexier. And refresh the chat so you don't have to fucking suffer ads. That's the best part. Coffee cheers. Hello, BDO. Did you see that fucking fence, though? Oh, my God. I can't even tell you. Yesterday was insanely stressful just because the dogs would not stop, barking at the sounds outside in the yard. I apologize for taking the day off, but the stream would have been just me angry. It just would have been me sitting here so I did that instead. But hello, Vile. I saw your picture of you, happy to be home. Oh my God, Ice Falcon, welcome back. I'm tired. How are you? How dare you? Well, I wouldn't really consider it a day off. It was I know it's just me. It's really hard for people who don't, get irritated by random loud noises to understand, but I can't relax. It was about a 16-hour day of just me on my feet because every time I would sit to, do something, immediately one of the dogs, immediately out of nowhere in the silence. And it just makes my hackles rise. I'm just I'm a dog. Everyone's like, dogs feed off your energy. I'm feeding off the fucking dog energy right now. Are you kidding me? It was a day. I was so tired this morning. It was crazy. I went to bed at midnight and I couldn't wake up to my alarm this morning. I was really fucking tired. I ordered some creatine yesterday on Amazon because of all the stores are sold out. A shit of creatine? I shit you not, it arrived 2 hours later. That's amazing. Gas is $5 a gallon and our country's crazy, but Jeff Bezos can deliver creatine to my door in 2 freaking hours. For real. For real. It's crazy. It's honestly insane. What the fuck is that? And it's to help camouflage your hair when you're laying on it. This, it's going to be my craft table. I don't know if you can quite see it. The camera autofocuses on the color. This was my old desk. And I painted my nails on it too many times and got acetone on it and destroyed the finish. And so I refinished it and I've been just painting it and having a fun time with it because it's ruined anyways. So why not? So what I'm doing is an interpretation, I guess, of the last scene in Fight Club when they're standing holding hands in front of the window with the 2 buildings exploding. So the yellow is going to be the explosions in the buildings, but I'm kind of doing a dripping wet, I don't know. I've just been having fun with it, honestly. It's ruined, so it's not like I can do anything to the table. Thank you for the hype train, by the way, guys. It's shocking when that happens this early in the morning. I don't know what to do. I'm not conscious yet, but I appreciate you. Are you ready for the irony that's life? 2+ years of wearing masks and washing hands and getting vaccines and boosts. No. I got COVID by going to the doctor's office. Cum sugar, no. Are you kidding? Oh my God, Vile, what the fuck? What the first? Cum sugar, I need to know how the fuck this came about because I'm like, what even? I'm so sorry. I can't even with that. That's just not fair. What in the fucking fuck? Vile just gifted 10 subs in the channel. Please allow me to welcome these new butt wizards to the whole. Austin freaking Brown, Helsing revamped, out of control, Ghostly Chris, The Tick, Gish, Smiler and Sad Eyes, Phelan, Oh Craptus Chris, and Al Calcaru. You're all butt wizards of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier, and I appreciate you being here today. Thank you very much for the gifted subs, Vile, you fucking psycho. Home must feel great. Spence just fucking resubbed with a prime sub.
Thanks for the goddamn.
I don't know why Satan's doing this lately. Just gets, you know what? We're going to give up on Satan for the time being. Thank you for the prime sub. Don't forget your prime subs. Bezos makes 8 million a minute and sends dicks to space. Let's not. You don't have to use them here. No pressure. I'm not that neurotic. But just use them. I am that neurotic. Please. Fucking Christ. Cum sugar for real though. I'm so like angry for you right now. That is some fucking shit. Fuck off. Did you see the Washington Post article about the plantation slave house that I posted on Discord? Apparently Airbnb apologized and is making sure those kinds of places can't be rented. Are they really though? Like, are they going to go through every single listing with a real human and make sure they're not renting out slave homes? Like, I feel like they're doing damage control. That feels like a bunch of bullshit.
Satan has a cold.
100% serious. Fuck. Fiance and I went... Bitch, what? Fiance and I went on 725 for generic checkup, and some old white boomer lady without a mask was in before we were, sat in the waiting room for 15 minutes with her. She went in before us. 727, he tested positive. 728, he tested positive. How are hospitals not requiring masks still? Oh my God, Ice Falcon, you got to keep your leg. Thank fuck. I'm glad. How's it doing? Heltar gifted a sub to Cynical Slice. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up. You guys are way too generous. Thank you, but stop. Why? Thank you. Heltar just gifted a sub to Cynical Slice. Cynical Slice, use a butt wizard of the highest order. Please go forth and be consensual in every way. And refresh the chat. Or whatever. I am so... What? Heltar just gifted a fucking sub to Ice Falcon. Ice Falcon, you're a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way. I appreciate you being here. Good God. Rental vacancies are such money tax. Oh my God. Spence, have you seen this Airbnb listing? They're like, literally a man listed a building that is a historical slave house, and he listed it as a slave house. And people were like, rent. I mean, it's just, I can't even tell you how bad it is. It was so bad. It's so bad. So bad. I got a monkeypox specimen the other day. I shit you not. Our dumbass client sent the containers of swabs freaking leaky. Gross. You should report that. That's disgusting. Not all doctor's offices are at hospitals. Oh, that's true. I kind of forgot. There's like clinics and stuff. I just assumed, I mean, I don't know. I'd wear one anywhere near a hospital. My desk is a 7-foot slab of old office wall from a cubicle sitting on top of 2 nightstands. It's hard to... It'd be hard to stand here. Dude, it stands like when I first started streaming. Like, my one monitor was held up on... I didn't have a monitor stand or anything. It was literally balanced on a whole bunch of school books. Like, my anatomy book and physiology book was what held up my monitors. It was the best time. Heltar gifted a sub to Naughty Reaper. I can't even catch up anymore. I don't know what you've done. Heltar gifted a sub to Cum Sugar with the COVID. Kelsey, your mom's in the hospital with COVID? The fuck? Is she okay? Boo. Dude, Spence, it's do I have the video? I mean, the video is not very long, and honestly, like, I love you, Spence. I would love to show it to you. I know that sounds so fucked up, but Spence and I have been friends for a really long time. I feel like he needs to see this. I saved it. I saved it on purpose because it's so bad. Hold up. I'm gonna find it. Stop it. My music went away. Come back, music. Don't be a dick. I just want to make Brad as infamous as a shitty human as possible. You know? Why? No. YouTube's being a cockmonger. Maybe I won't right now. I'll look for it in a minute. Sorry, YouTube's not loading again. Weird. What the fuck just happened? Heltar just gifted a sub to Rip Rooster. Heltar, what are you doing? Thank you so much for your never-ending generosity to the channel. Rip Rooster, use a butt was the highest order. Please go forth and be consensual in every way, and I appreciate you. The fuck? Working on short-term disability with my work, and thankfully telehealth is a thing, so I'll be able to get new COVID meds, Paxlovid, the next day, so I'm not dying, thank fuck, but my blood sugars are being extra dumb. Oh my god, please. I mean, I know I don't need to say this, but just be safe and take care of yourself. I know you're smarter than that. It's so unfair. Ooh, I just started playing ESO. What level do I have to reach in order to unlock the skill? Sit down at a tavern and eat something. My character just wants to sit the fuck down. You have to find... You really can't sit anywhere unless you start doing housing and put chairs in your house. There is literally, so like anime, if you press enter while you're in the game to bring up the chat window and type / I think it's just chair sit or sit chair. I literally haven't played ESO in like 3 years. However, I did play it every day for 8 hours a day for like ever. So I remember a certain amount about it, and I believe it will literally your character will like pull a chair out of their asshole and sit on it. There's so many little emotes and dumb things you can do in ESO, and I'm pretty sure that's one. Hi, Ninth Pawn. How are you? Kelty gifted a sub to Zelda Quinn. Zelda Quinn, use a butt wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way. I appreciate you being here. I gotta remember to fucking download. I uninstalled ESO. I didn't really uninstall ESO. I cleaned my PC. I wiped the thing like a year ago because it was just like broken. Like every day my lighting was wrong or my camera was wrong and everything was wrong. It was just fucking broken. So I wiped my PC and I gotta reinstall it, and the game is huge. I mean, the game takes so much time to install. It's like an overnight project to install that game, and I just don't remember to do it. But I would love to show you my self-fucking anus. Thank you for the hype train, y'all. Ooh, Bolt V, good, I'm glad. We honestly, like, I haven't heard that COVID's really, really bad in Colorado, but I think it's select areas everywhere that it's kind of bad. No shit, Rooster. I mean, I miss ESO. Like, here's the thing. I miss ESO sometimes. I definitely miss PvP. I miss housing. I miss the community, but all of the positives of ESO didn't outweigh the constant berating I got. And it was because I just got kind of good at the game. Like, I've told you guys this before, it's a broken record bullshit, and I know it's like the sob story. No one wants to hear about some streamer being attacked by 12s, but it does something to your head mentally when you wake up every day to hate mail. And it, like, I have a really thick skin. I know I do. I'm not, like, flexing. I can take a lot, and I laugh it off. But after a while, it's just, like, non-fucking stop. There is still an entire Discord server dedicated to hating me to this day from something I did in ESO, like, 3 years ago. And it's just... like, that is honestly what holds me back from diving back into ESO, is the moment anyone sees my username or my character anywhere, it's just going to start again. And it's just really, pathetic how serious people take video games. Nah, dude, it was every day. I mean, it was like still to this day, I guarantee if I dropped myself into Imperial City, there is one person, I won't say his name, he will show up and hunt me and never stop. I can't play in Imperial City. Like, literally, the last 2 years I played ESO, I couldn't play Imperial City because there's one guy who I fucking took out in a PvP battle one time, and he will find the server I'm on and hunt me, and he's a little Nightblade, and he just sneaks around and kills me. That's it, all day. It never stops. Like, all my friends that play with me would just circle me and revive me constantly. Like, it's not fun. I'm not that good. No. That's the thing. Like, I'm like mediocre. I'm not top tier by any means. I'm okay. I don't know. You guys watch me play ESO. I'm not, the Fang Rush, the people that, there's a different tier of good. I'm like right below that. I just got kind of good at it, not by not trying to. I just happen to be good at it. I don't fucking know, but people really do not like you to be better than them, especially if you're on camera doing it. I've noticed. Oh, ninth, it's crazy. It's nonstop. Right. Excuse me that I will only be here sporadically. I need to catch the whack in live stream. Oh my god, do it. I love you. Kelty, right? Move the fuck on. Like, just to finish that thought before we welcome these wonderful raiders. It's like get good.
Get good, noob.
For real, just fucking get good. Get better than me. Your Discord server hating on my selfies every day doesn't make you better than me at the game. I'll still beat you. Yeah. Anyways, fucking Taco Existential just raided us. Welcome, raiders. My name's ClassyKatie, and it's wonderful to meet you. We're talking about game hate and how people attack me for being good at something. What the fuck is up, motherfuckers? I hope you treated your streamer with the love and respect they deserve. How the fuck are you, Taco? Did you have a wonderful stream? Please feel free to run away if you need to pee, poop, or otherwise. Thank you for the follows. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. My name's ClassyKatie. It's fucktabulous to meet you. You take my breath away with choice to my fucked up family today. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. I invite you to brother to take your pants off, please train by gels, and enjoy your time here on stream. Pants on. I invite you to do the same. Embrace your goddamn nudity, mother fluffer. Thank you for that follow. Take better selfies. I mean, it's anything. They literally this Discord server is just a copy pasta of all my social medias, and they just sit there calling me like a fat whore or something. Some generic term. Like that's all it is. And it's all from ESO. It's just because I got a little good. A little good. Can I say that again? I can say it a million times in a row, believe it or not. Thank you. This shirt's really old. I have no clue where I got this from. I really wish I did. I don't know. I have one like this, and it's long sleeve, and people ask about that one too. They're just... Most of my clothes are so fucking old. Unless they have a brand on them, I don't know. Oh my god, it has a tag. Wait. Nope, no brand. Just made in China, my bad. Discord won't do anything because what they do is... Thank you, Taco. Taco just fucking gifted a sub to Ms. Congeniality. Ms. Congeniality, use a butt wizard of the highest order, go forth and be consensual in every way, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Taco. Welcome, raiders. Welcome to my holes. I love Taco, and I hope you do too. Have I? Thank you. Well, thank you. I feel like I rotate clothes. Like I dig to the back of my closet eventually. Hi, Cocky. How's work? Not terrible. Thank you, Clownmouth. It's very grown out, but it's held its color damn well, considering how much I washed the shit. It's held up. I'm proud of my hair. I'm trying to grow it out right now just so I can get it in a ponytail. It was a pixie cut like over a year and a half ago, and I'm growing it out from a pixie cut, and man, can I just tell you, not a fun adventure this is. Hydrate, motherfuckers. No kids. Oh, that's fuck. It's summer, right? I forgot it's summer. No, that makes sense. Oh, man. The last time I dyed it was when I bleached it. I don't remember when I did that. That was a really long... this long ago. I don't know. The last time I dyed it with blue was when I bleached it myself. So this long ago. How long do you think that was? I don't know. 6 months? How long? How fast does hair grow? I don't know.
Go Pikachu.
It was when I bleached it myself. So it's this grow out, whatever the brown is.
Fohammer_419 tipped $5. CK was with a Furby partner last night and our foreplay was enjoying the sound of someone chewing mushy peas on repeat, and then when I was eating out their cloaca they farted bees into my mouth and all over my teeth before I finished in their ears. You woo.
That's hot. But wait, I only have one question this time. Thank you very much, Zoe, by the way. Why are we... Isn't the point of mushy peas is the lack of chewing needed? Thank you, Dallas. It's very... I really want to get it done. I just... Oh, yeah. Without a... I mean... I live in Denver. It's already 100 degrees this morning. Like, I need a ponytail. Desperately. Like, getting your hair off your neck is paramount. Hello, Voice Yonder. How are you? Hair grows on the head anywhere between 8 cm, 3 inches, to 1.1 cm a month. Okay, yeah. I'd say that's good 6 inches then, or a good 6 months then, right? That's like... It's like 4 centimeters-ish. 5 maybe? I don't know. It's been a very long time. My hair holds blue like crazy though. Like blue hair dye. I think blue hair dye sticks on anyone, to be honest. I've watched a lot of like hair shows where people are trying to remove blue hair dye and it's kind of hilarious what they do. Nothing works. Like nothing takes blue out of your hair. I think it just stays. New kink, maybe. That's why we give them to babies, right? Yeah. I mean, I'd like to watch it. I feel like most days, getting my head completely shaved like 11 from Stranger Things and then grow it out straight. I want it, like when my pixie cut was, my whole head was shaved except like a little bit of hair like here, basically. And I want to do it too. It's this grow out part that stops me every fucking time. I can't stand the grow out. Zaquarion, I knew there was a resub. Thank you for resubbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an Anus Swings for 2 fucking years with that Prime sub. You can't be better than me at something. No, you're hacking. My game is lagging. My controller didn't respond. You're dumb. Literally. I'm not even kidding you. So, like, you know how game chat for ESO is, like, in the bottom corner right here? I'd put my face on it religiously. I've never shown stream the chat happening in the game because all it is people hating me. Hello, little sister. How are you? It was gross, right? Yeah, it's so hot here. Like, yesterday, because the people were putting in our fence, we walked the dogs to this elementary school that's nearby just so they could like run and shit and pee and stuff because they had no yard all day. And it was so hot that I could only do it twice yesterday. I felt so bad until the fencing guys left. The dogs only went out twice, but the cement was so damn hot I couldn't walk on it barefoot. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Like, it was so hot. No shit, Alti. Did you bleach your hair first? Wolfie, I mean, I always go back to blue. I feel like I'll branch out and do something weird and then immediately miss the blue because it's just been the color that looks the best on me. Blue does not come out. If you bleach your hair and put blue hair dye on, you ain't never coming back from that. That's a fair warning to everybody thinking about doing blue. This is a forever game. Like, you grow it out. You don't dye over blue. You don't bleach blue out. Bleach does not remove blue. I know. It's a really fun adventure. I paid $450 one time to have a color correction because I got a job at a very prestigious hospital and I didn't want to have my blue hair there. And she did nothing. I left with blue hair. It was great. It was a good time. Yeah, that's what my hair is. That awkward stage. It's like kind of a mullet. And all these little hairs up top are too short to get into a ponytail. So if I put in a ponytail, it's like this crown of hair spurts out all the way around in a circle. It's great. Cut and run, exactly. Like, if you want to get rid of the blue, the only way to get rid of it is to neutralize it and then go for a natural tone or another, like, blue-toned color. Because it's going to come through everything. It's crazy. I've been doing blue for quite some time now, and it is pretty wild. If it burns you, it's burning their paws. Exactly. That's literally, El Calcaro, not even kidding you. Like, if you guys have never heard this before, if you're wondering, like, is it too hot to walk my dog today? Go outside barefoot and stand on the cement. Stand on the sidewalk. If you can't stand on it because it's too hot, it's burning your dog's feet. Period. Like, you should not be doing that. You are toasting your fucking dog. I like dogs more than people. Welcome to my channel. Blue was always lasts the longest in my beard. Did it wash out ever? Because I'm serious. Like, it never comes out. I feel like blue is forever. Red? See, red washes out of my hair like nobody's business. I can't hold red for the life of me. That's what I did. It was like a year and a half ago. I was in a show where I needed to have ginger hair to match my siblings, and I chopped all my hair off and did this pixie cut and dyed it like rich ginger red a week, and I was blonde. I literally had to buy stock in red hair dye just to keep dyeing my hair. Like, it's just me though, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Didn't hold it. Stop it. I'm not going to sing that song. I had trouble with purple. It fades fast when it does work, or it doesn't work, 100%. I feel like purple fades really fast on me, too. It turns gray. My hair just instantly starts to look gray. How did you find a permanent blue? What brand? I've never seen a vibrant color be permanent before. Blue sometimes goes ugly, burned green if you swim enough. Oh, like in chlorine? I haven't swum in chlorine in many years. I haven't tried Good Dye Young. Is it pretty good? Hayley Williams brand? I've seen it everywhere, but her colors tend to look kind of pastel. And I go for like the dark. I go for this color. It's by Manic Panic. That's the one I've been using since I was like 12 from Hot Topic because I'm a basic bitch. And it's called Blue Moon. And it's like really rich. It's like jewel tone sapphire blue. And I feel like some of the brands out there come out with just like kind of half-assed colors. They're like, no, it's pastel. I'm like, it's conditioner with a fucking jism of color in it. Fuck yourself. Hey, I've never dated a ginger. I've never held on to a ginger before. I've never even had a ginger friend, I don't think. Like IRL, you know, like in school or anything. Interesting. Although my first kiss was a ginger. I was in 2nd grade and he attacked me at my locker. What a jerk. The ends are still purple, like, as fuck? No shit. See, isn't that weird? I wonder what that is about different people's... Fox would know. Fox is the hair profesh here. Fox is the one who knows about hair. I was going to say, like, I don't know what it is. It's probably the different follicles of hair and what they hold. Because I know some people have a ton of issues with blue. And I have all the issues with red. Like, I can't get red to stick in my hair. Everybody's like, don't put red in your hair. It stays forever. I'm like, really? Because I bathe and it's gone. Speaking of hospitals, on Friday morning, I had a PFT and the meeting with a pulmonologist right after. Still wheezing and coughing a little bit, and this has been going on since before the pandemic. My doctor, who retired earlier this year, had me do a PFT and then gave me an inhaler, but didn't really give me an actual diagnosis. Do you remember what they said about your PFT? It's hard for me to say anything without actually looking at the PFT. Chances are, though, I mean, if they didn't say anything, it means nothing showed up so significant that they would say, like, oh, yeah, you have X. Essentially, what we're doing with a PFT, a pulmonary function test, is we're testing whether or not you have an obstructive disease or a restrictive disease. And then how much CO2 and O2 you use. And if it's not vastly, like, off the charts different, then they probably are. You're safe. It's better. My best friend growing up is more auburn naturally. She was blonde when we were Really? Logs? I got it. I like you being logs as children. A ginger married AO. That's true. A ginger married AO and you. That's pretty cool. I can't remember the last time I saw a ginger IRL, actually. Which is weird. Are they that rare? With a fraternal ginger triplet? Oh, that's cool. I'm surrounded by gingers. They flock to me. Well, Sarah, you're like a sniff from being a ginger. Like, if you had any color in your hair or skin, I think you would be a ginger. but you're so neutral, you're just pale instead. But honestly, that might have been to your benefit because I feel like gingers really fucking just are always self-demeaning. What's the word? Gingers hate on themselves all fucking day. That's all they do. Like, it's like, why I didn't say anything about your hair or your freckles. I don't know why you got to. Red stays in my hair forever, and it doesn't. I mean, it literally looked like I was shot in the head on my pillow. It was gone. I sweated it off. The PFT was mostly normal. Apparently, the only thing was I had a little trouble breathing in fully. So that would be restrictive. Which restrictive basically means like your rib cage doesn't extend as much, your muscles are stiff, you have a super full colon. Like restrictive just means there's something anatomically going on, restricting your lungs from expanding to their full capacity. But again, because he didn't say anything, I'm guessing it's literally so close to normal, it really didn't make a significant difference. Your bestie's a ginger. Do they love their freckles and red hair? I hope they do. They're so special and unique looking. I've always been so jealous as a poop-haired girl. The SP40 Purple and Manic Panic's the longest lasting purple dye I've ever found so far. Manic Panic's the best I've ever found. I don't know what it is. Like, every time I go and actually, like, get my hair done, which is, like, once a year, I'll go get it cut and actually let them do my hair. They always use Wella. Always. I don't know what it is with all of these salons, and they just... Wella. Wella. Can we just get some fucking Manic Panic in here so I don't have to re-dye my hair in 2 days? That'd be great. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, every time I'm like, oh, you're using Wella, get on my phone and immediately order some Manic Panic online. Because it'll just wash out in 2 days. It's gone. I do not understand the obsession with Wella. Lady Emma with that fucking...
Thank you for resubbing. God damn it.
Satan's broken. I don't know what happened. Thank you for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving a name to Swings Lover. I appreciate you. And Delicia, that fucking... Happy belated National Boob Day? Wait, we have a boob day? I didn't know we had a boob day. Thank you for the resub. Red hair is 2% of the world population. Then it's not that little. I mean, that's a lot of people if you think about it. Here's the rundown on why red washes out faster or doesn't. Red dyes contain bigger sized molecules of red particles that easily wash out if you have highly resistant hair follicles. People with more porous hair can find it impossible to wash out hair dye. Okay, so I have resistant hair follicles is what you're saying. That makes sense. But honestly, like, if that ties into hair being hardy, then yes, I can abuse my hair to the point where most people would go bald and nothing happens. I have horse hair. Like, I've said that forever, and people are like, no, you don't. Yeah, I do. No, I do. I can do it. I can ruin my hair, and it just bounces back. It's very resilient. But I think it's because it's just so fucking coarse. Ion is really good. I used Ion, oh god, it was a blue dye. It was Ion, like, Sapphire or something. The only thing I didn't like about it is it wasn't like a true blue. It wasn't like sapphire blue. It had a little bit of green in it, which when you first dye your hair was super pretty. But as it faded, it did what someone was saying earlier. Like, it started looking like that burned green color. And I run every day and work out. So, like, I don't wash my hair every day, but I rinse my body every day because I'm sweaty. So, I may not be putting shampoo on my head, but if it's going to come out, it's going to come out. Every day is boob day for me. Me too. I'm having a great time. Two fortune tellers meet on the street. One says to the other, "You're fine. How am I?" I kind of want to just walk up to people and say that from now on. "You're fine. How am I doing?" What? Don't look at me with that look. My mom is a natural ginger. My sisters and I all have brown hair. My hair is dyed red, but I do have pale skin and freckles. Lucky. I was always so fucking jealous of my sister's freckles. Okay, Zoe gave us a link. And, like, as much as I really don't want to, I'm scared. I feel like we need to watch this. Also, the military took out the leader of the number one enemy leader of Al Qaeda today, so that's good. Or yesterday, was it yesterday or today? I don't know. It was 6 a.m. They fucking hit him with a missile that had spinning blades coming out of it. Like, it wasn't a bomb. They fucking hit him with a flying Vitamix. Crazy.
I worked with a medical intuitive, and she said every time she sees someone with Lyme, it's an intergalactic substance.
Stop it.
And it's literally bringing in codes from the beginning of time.
Stop.
Yes.
I know.
Stop. No. Stop. Stop. No. Stop. Will it blend? Nothing fucks you like time. Word on that. I just keep getting more moles. Like, I'm not a freckly person, but I have, like, I don't know if they come up on stream. You know those just, they're kind of like freckles? Those guys. It's like a freckle, but it's not. It's just a non-raised mole. I just keep getting more of those all over my body. Like, I've got one here now and here. No freckles, just strange moles. But they're basically a freckle because they're all unraised. I don't know what the fuck they are. This video is so... Hi, Mismo. How are you? Oh, Erican, I'm upset about this. We're gonna watch it, but I'm... What is this? Why is this real? Speaking of Dark American missiles, DAE noticed the families of Flight 800 reopened a civil suit against the DoD. Wait, what is that, Jeff? It sounds super familiar, but there's so much going on. I feel like my brain is overloaded. Every single break in my skin seems to become a scar. Same. I scar really bad now. Like, I have one on my chest, man. I was just looking at this the other day. From Lil, it's like right here. It looks like a pock mark. Like, it's one of those weird circle scars, but it's literally just Lilith clawing the fuck out of me. Yep, I always have the doc check him out, and she's like, "You're fine, Katie." I'm like, okay, then why are there more, though? I've been with this body for 34 years, and this one wasn't here. So, and she's like, "It's just your skin." I'm like, fix it! Dude, I mean, I don't have a ton. I think it's just because they're new that I notice them. I don't know. It's weird. They're just, every once in a while, I will look at my stomach and I'm like, that wasn't there before. Mole, mole, mole. I love naked mole rats. They look like penises with teeth. You're like my sister, Blue. That's my sister, Sarah. In chat right now, that's literally my sister. She tans. I mean, I wouldn't say she doesn't tan, but it's more like her body just breaks out in freckle. Like, she goes from paper white to freckle instantly. It's crazy. I've always been so jealous, though. I love freckles, and I do not have them. Me too, Adam. Oh my god, my legs are destroyed. Like, there was never a moment in my life I was gonna have nice legs because of the amount of scars on them. It's sick. See, do you get new freckles, or are freckles always there, but it's just like they're pale because it's winter, and then when the melanin hits, they pop out? I think moles, I'm actually getting new moles as I grow older. Because moles are technically a fault in the skin. Like, the fascia fucked up when it was growing and creates a mole. That's literally what a mole is. It's an accident. So, I'm just like, why? It's weird. Mismo, according to my doctor, no. Unless they're, like, raised, irritated, if I have moles that are, like, changing shape. But I have no raised moles. Like, all mine, they're those, just those spots you have all over your body that aren't raised. These guys, I have them everywhere. TWA Flight 800 was a huge conspiracy theory issue way back in the day. It crashed off the East Coast due to fuel tank issues, but the conspiracy theory was that it was shot down by the Navy during a missile test. Oh God. Church of the Collective. Let's finish this video. I'm sorry, Fo. That was just so much. That was like so much stupid in 1 minute. I wasn't prepared, like, emotionally. I kind of have a farmer's tan. I have a farmer's tan, like, on my ass because I wear like the exact same shape and size of shorts every day. So I have like a shorts tan. Like, instead of a nice bikini tan, it's just this square around my vagina. I have no problem with the moles as long as they're not like some big raised witch thing coming off me that I'm worried about. I just am like, it's weird that new ones pop up. So I always ask my doctor, I'm like, what's that? Do I want to cut it off? All right. We have brain. Yes. It's like a frame around the Mona Lisa. Dough, please. I don't want that anymore. Oh my God, Scott. The fence. Oh my God, there's a fruit fly. The fence is the weight off my shoulders. Seriously. Like, it's. I can let my dogs in the yard and I'm not worried they're going to jump into the road and get hit by a car. And that is phenomenal to my brain. Like, for real, for real. That was so fucking crazy for a while. Like, the last 3 years, it's seriously just like, my dog might die. And I've told you guys this, we live on a, it's a 2-way intersection. And, people, where there's no stop sign, people fucking fly through that intersection so fast. I mean, literally going like 50 miles an hour sometimes when the goddamn speed limit is 30. And it's just, I'm very happy to have a fence. It's a very expensive peace of mind, but goddamn, is it a peace of mind. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really excited to start gardening. Like, because every fencing place we talked to, they were like, when we start, we're gonna have to rip up the ground, and anything that's within 2 feet of the fence or 3 feet of the fence, we're gonna have to tear up and all this shit. So I was like, there's no fucking point in me gardening anything yet, because it's just gonna probably grow over into where they need to be. But I am so fucking excited to start gardening. Like, seriously. I have colon cancer. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But I also have, in remission, thank fuck. Hail Satan to that. But I also have the mutated gene for pancreatic and skin cancers. So I get my moles checked, and twice they were cancerous. So good thing I got them removed, tested. Always check your moles. Not just you, but everybody, 100%. I've dated 3 different dudes who have all had moles taken off their back. A mole they didn't even know about was there, and their doctor spotted it, and it was cancerous. Young guys in their 20s just had, who the fuck's looking at their back? I don't know what my back looks like. I couldn't even tell you if I have a freckle there. No idea. Vile, thank you for gifting a sub to Scott. You know how much he loves it here. Gifted 6 months to Scott. Oh, Scott, you're never going to escape me. That's okay. You'll learn to love it. Thank you, Vile, you silly fuck. I think I have a pretty benign back, to be honest. No one's ever said anything about my back in my entire life, so I don't think I have anything on it. But, like, for real, could you tell me what your fucking back looks like? I couldn't. I don't know what mine looks like. When the fuck do you look at your back? Or I could just die. Oh, I think your family might miss you. Like, a little. You know what I mean? Anyways, we have this. Scott, will you stay and watch this real quick? I think you'll really like it. It's a quick video that I literally had to stop because it's so good. I had to, like, stop and breathe. I'm going to take a hit. Cheers. I don't know what's in my bong today. I don't know. I stuffed a bowl last night. And then let's enjoy this. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. I forgot. My brain. Thank you, Scott. Oh, my God. You could have sent that to me and I would not have known that was your downstairs bathroom until it got to the washer and dryer. I would have guessed that's a different person's house. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Not that I didn't like the bathroom before, but damn. Y'all did a very nice job. I would not have known. Seriously. Like, Scott's house, Scott and Bree moved into this. We bought their house and they moved into a new house with the kids. And the house is really cool. It's like a crackhead's edition of a or not a crackhead, maybe like a schizophrenic's edition of what's it called? God damn it, the word's escaping me. Like when people make their house a craftsman house. Craftsman's the word I was looking for. It's like a craftsman took LSD. Their kitchen was literally, god damn this fruit fly, I'm gonna kill it. Their kitchen was literally a cantina, a Spanish restaurant's cantina. not one thing missing. Even the stone rounded archways in all the doorways. It's just but it's really nicely done. Like all of the crackheadedness was well done and looked really cool. But damn, it's a hodgepodge, right? It's kind of like it's a chimera. Oh God, see, is it that bad cut? Oh God. Robo Blake, holy shit.
That's a lot of fucking.
I don't know what happened to Satan. I gotta stop pressing that. It's broken today. Thank you so much for sending to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving Nana swings. I have a gift for you and Scott, and I think you're really gonna enjoy it. It's horrible, but first we're gonna smoke pot because it's so dumb. It hurts me. Which is why I think Scott will like it. We like to make fun of dumb together. Gassy. I know. Bree. Scott, could you go to Mexico and grab a beer from the fridge? I'm not. Lee, I hope Scott and Bree took before and after pictures. For the past, 2 years, they've really worked on slowly moving by room and fixing up the house. And it's so weird because the people that made the, Mexican cantina kitchen, they did a good job. However, who wants to live in and they weren't Mexican, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. It wasn't like a Mexican family made a Mexican cantina kitchen. It was really well done. It really you felt like you were in a goddamn Mexican restaurant. It was incredible. Oh, you do? Oh, I'm so excited. You better put an album together or something. Because it's just, I mean, you guys, not only because you guys have done such a good job on it, just the extreme change in some of the rooms. Yeah, they were old white hippies who made a Tex-Mex cantina kitchen. Like you expected them to have the wooden chairs that have parrots carved into them or something. It was wild, among other things in the house. But they've done a really good job. Fucking good on them, both the original owners and Scott and Bree, right? If you're gonna do something, do it well. And if you want a goddamn cantina kitchen, do it well. And they did. I mean, down to the ceiling tiles that were that fake aluminum, it looks like that, aluminum you would pound a design into it. It looks like that stuff, but it's plastic. That was even the ceiling in just the kitchen. The dining room has green shag carpet. I mean, it's just fantastic. This house is it's a chimera. But none of it was done poorly. So it's not like they were moving into a shithole. They were moving into a very nice house, just done by some very eccentric people. Polynerdic, you silly fuck. 36 months of subs and many more, mostly... Honey, I know Satan. I love you. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving Nana swings. I appreciate you, lurking or otherwise. Thank you, love. In the UK, meteorologists Don't Look Up comparison 1 to... I love that movie. Don't Look Up was really well done if you haven't seen it. I got a burp. Yeah, from ticks. Nice. The fact that you came in on that. Limes is a gift? Are they saying that ticks are the cosmos? Thank you for resubbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving Nana swings.
Hail Satan. It's so ruined.
I don't know what happened to it. What? This hurts. Knives. I don't, Scott, doesn't it remind you of Bo Burnham's? It's a white woman's Instagram. Derivative street art. A girl hailing Lyme's disease. Getting bit by a tick. Is this heaven? Or is it just a white woman? A white woman's Instagram. Listen to the song if you haven't. It's really good. I'm not even kidding you, Knives. The first time we watched it, I had to stop. I just was so not ready. Lyme's is a very serious disease. I must be spiritual enough for ticks then. I mean. I just won. I'm sorry.
I worked with a medical intuitive, and she said every time she sees someone with Lyme, it's an intergalactic substance, and it's literally bringing in codes from the beginning of time.
Yes.
Codes from the beginning of time.
I know.
I believe this. This gives me chills down my entire body.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in those exact words before, but I'm often trying to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Lyme is a gift.
Yes. Yes.
It is not for the faint of heart.
No.
And it is for the most deeply spiritual people
Yes.
on the planet.
Honestly, I just don't fucking know. I we have 3 cleansers. Vissy, sorry. Lizzie gave us a cleanser, Vile gave us a cleanser, and I have one other cleanser that I clicked in chat and I don't remember who posted it, but I have 3 cleansers. You mean to tell me when I got bit by a tick, it was the universe trying to spiritualize me? That's what I'm trying. Like, are ticks the cosmos? Because she said Lyme's is a gift from the cosmos, but it's a disease you get from ticks. I have gout and sleep apnea. Am I a demigod? I think you might be. I mean, it's maybe. Thirsty for Lyme's, like same, banana, 100%. Like, I sympathize with the want, but I do not sympathize with the, like, giving into that want, I guess, or, like, making up your own reality just to please your own psychosis. Like, yes, I would love for bipolar and migraines and horrible period cramps to be a fucking superpower. Let me tell you. However, they are not. I'd rather have them be without these superpowers, to be completely honest. Oh, thank you. It's the call. Yep, thank you, Adam. Yep, I have all 3. So we have some cleansers for our palette. That was so fucking dumb. That was, like, so dumb. It hurts how much dumb was in that. The orgasmic, yes, as well, Cocky. I can't stop. Like, yes. It's a gift from the cosmos. Like, fuck, that's good. Oh, that was good. Yeah. The fucking guy was still on the line. That's the part that killed me. Y'all British people are so polite. We would have hung up hours ago. I can't breathe. Oklahoma. Oh. Wow. That was so funny. Bless you for that. Oh my god. Wait. To a Limes lady? Oh no. I gotta stop the autoplay. That's my game. It's just sit there and wait for autoplay to start and then hit it before it gets me. Oh god. Oh my god, Vile. This picture though. Okay, this was our other palette cleanser, but this is literally a picture Vile took. Is that at Niagara? Shut up. You lucky slut fuck. What a fucking cool picture. That's a lucky fuck. That's absolutely stunning. I mean, a photographer would be jealous. Niagara skyline is Canada. It's fucking. That's a really fucking gorgeous picture. I would print that and post and like put that in my house. That's gorgeous. It's a Viagra, if you know what I mean. Hey-o! Viagra is really fun. No shame. You know, I never know. I never looked into why Viagra is called Viagra. I assumed it was a last name. Everything's named after someone's name because that's not what the drug is called. I know the poor Rainbow was like, not today, Canada. America needs all my joy. Dude, for real, Vile, I wouldn't be able to leave that. Like, I would have just sat there forever. I feel you spiritually. That's so pretty. Have you tried taking Viagra for the intense periods? I have, actually. Well, a form that my doctor gave me that's like, it's not marketed as Viagra, but yeah, it didn't do anything. I have a couple cleansers. I'm just lining them up in case anyone's like, I posted something, Katie. Don't worry, I got them. I'm trying to organize the shit so I'm not just like lost as usual, you know. As I usually am. So this is Hidden Aliens. What is this? Who posted Hidden Aliens? 25 minutes. Fuck yeah, dude. Katie, are you going to TwitchCon NA? I can't wait. I'm gonna hug and kiss everyone and get right in their unmasked faces. Imagining you hug, kiss, or interact with strangers is not something I can imagine, really. But I don't have any plans to go to TwitchCon NA. Simply because poverty. But I hope all of you have a terrible time without me. We need to take a break, I just realized. And I need to I don't know if Zach's awake. I have not heard him or seen him, and it's like 10:30. So I'm gonna go ring the alarm and scream in his door. If I can help it, I'm never going to TwitchCon ever again. Even to hug and kiss all the unmasked faces? Come on. Boo. Is the alarm telling Trick to go and lick his face? I haven't heard an alarm either. That's what's worrying me. Like, I'm worried he just like slapped an alarm and went back to sleep. I don't know. Kid stays up real fucking late, so I never know. But if I was, 27 minutes out from my stream time and still asleep, I would hope someone would come wake me up. So, but I have all the cleansers. We're going to watch them when I come back. I just don't want people to get... The reason we take breaks on a timely manner is because if I don't take breaks and run ads, Twitch will just run ads on their own over us hanging out. And I don't think you should have to sub to my channel to avoid ads. Like, that's stupid. Entertainment should be free, and that's all this is. Hi, Cake Love. Yeah. Some doctors will prescribe it for intense period pain because it has something to do with increasing blood flow to the area, which increases hydration, which can lessen cramps, I guess. His meds are next to him on his bed. I wouldn't be able to hand him that, but I could hand him a glass of water. Take your joy, wake up. I could hand him, I might. I'm going to try. All right, break, for real. Let me get this shit up. Enjoy some jellyfish. Get up, stand up, stretch a dick, drink some water, load a bowl, do what you need to do. When we come back, we have some palate cleansers from watching that dumb dump. Take your fucking...
Did you take your joy today?
And welcome back. Scott's, well, when I find that people with kids, like, getting them to be able to do something is, like, basically asking them to shell out hundreds for, like, a babysitter. So, man, what a chore. I always feel bad. Lizzie, what the fuck did you tweet at me? I just watched it, and I don't get it. As a mother, facts. It's just the way life is. Are you shaving Zeke's hair and beard? If he lets me. I've done it before. I did it on my stream like years ago when I did a cosplay on him one time. If he lets me, I totally will. I like doing that stuff. I like doing it because I like making different haircuts as I go. Like, he's going to be bald no matter what, so we can make him look like a fucking clown first. Depending on the kid, for the first 12 years or so, true. I mean, I had a bunch of older siblings. I'm the second youngest, so we never had babysitters. My babysitters were my older brothers. But most people have to shell out for a babysitter, and, like, it just... Like, we'll go out and do stuff, and then, you know, it's 9 p.m., and Scott and Brie are like, the babysitter's got to go. We got to go home. And it's like, I just feel so bad. It sucks. But I mean, it's your kids. Like, I get it. I have dogs. I have to pee them. People wanted me to cut it, but I don't really care. I mean, if you do it, I've done it before, man. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm going to be there to help because I'm doing the hot wings thing with you guys, I guess, or hot sauce. And I'm going to turn Zeke into drag, I guess, for 30 grand, right? Luckily, I'm 34, starting to be 35, single, and able to do things. I don't want to think about 35 yet. Your birthday is coming up, though. Weird. It's like in a month. What's the date today? It's the 3rd. Oh, my God. Cheers, Big Berg. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class 11, giving it 8 swings. I just loaded a bowl of whatever was in my grinder. Oh, I know what it is. I just ground it. It's the OZ melon. No, it's not. It's sherbet cake. I lied. Sherbet cake by Tickle. And it's 27.6% THC, allegedly. Indica dominant, allegedly. We shall see. Hot sauce and drag will be different days. Thank God. I know what hot sauces you're doing, and I know I've done them before. They are not a fun time at all. I know that you get a lot of your gothy witchy stuff from one shop, but I cannot remember which shop. Oh, it's Black Craft Cult. Black Craft Cult. Sorry if I'm bad at enunciating. You turned 46 this weekend? Oh my God, how do you feel? At least you're not 45 anymore. 45 is officially the worst number in the world now. You know they're streaming Alex Jones' trial right now on YouTube? No shit? Should we watch that? I didn't know they were streaming Alex Jones' trial. Do you have a link? Is it interesting? Good morning, Eliza. I had a dream about you last night. It was like I was going to text you about it, but like it made me... You were with Millie. Like you literally showed up at my house with Millie, and Millie was like walking, and I was just... It was the weirdest creep... Like... And all I wanted to do was touch Millie and sniff her so bad. Like, I'm going to cry thinking about it. It was the weirdest, most surreal dream. Hi, Vissy. Good morning, love. I'm thinking we will do the hot sauce thing in September because my kids will be gone and we can do it at my house. Oh, that'd be nice, honestly. Have a nice setup for it to sit down and, like, actually have a table. Like, to my length? No shit. Have you ever cut your... Well... I don't think you've had your hair this short since I've known you. The shortest you've ever cut it was like collarbone, I think, since I've known you, I think. It is. Well, Alien, it's kind of up to the courts, I think. I've seen that's why I was saying, Eliza, like I've seen pictures of you with really short hair, but I don't think I knew you during that time. Do you have the link to it, Robo? You could toss me? Because if it's good, we'll check it out. I mean, shit, what a shithole. I like to watch bad people get their comeuppance.
And that means there's not enough.
But they give us a timer. Thanks for that, bros. Absolutely not, Zoe. What testimony? Is it this guy? Is it just more of this? I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, give it to me. I just wanted, what is it? My mom, seriously, I'm not kidding you. When we went to Thailand, she like lived on just mango smoothies because she was terrified they would feed her bugs. She's so neurotic. It's weird. I didn't have sushi for the first time until I was 20 years old. Like, I was not exposed. We had shit on a shingle. Oh, yeah, we have cleanse videos. That's true. I forgot about those. Thank you for reminding me. We have a lot. Where the fuck are they, though? Where did she put them? That is the Café. I got them. Just kidding. I actually organized this time. She's in a... No, I'm not. Don't give yourself that much credit. Oh, CJ! Happy hump day, lover. Thank you so much for 28 months, and I appreciate your sub. Thank you for subbing to the class. Satan's broken. Otherwise, like, I don't know what's going on there. You think there was never a bug in a smoothie in Thailand? That's the thing. My mom works... She's a respiratory therapist. She just retired. But my mom's literally been an RT for, like, over 45 years-ish. And she's afraid of, like, a bug. Do you know what I've pulled out of humans? Lord knows what my mother has pulled out of humans. 45 years of pulling shit, plugs and whatnot. She just retired, Mag, literally while we were in London. Just did it. Finally. I mean, they just kept yanking her around constantly. Like, she tried to retire. Yeah, it just happened. She's been trying to retire because she's 69 this year. What's 22? No, 60. I don't know. Don't make me do math. I'm not going to think about it. But she's over retirement age. She's 68 or 69. I think she turned 69 this year because we all made jokes about it. And she's been trying to retire for a while, since before COVID. But she's a manager. Like, she manages the respiratory department and the ICU. So replacing her is difficult, and no one that works there is worth a damn right now. Like, that's what she's told me. She's like, no one wants the job, and no one's really could do it. So they keep saying, like, will you just please stay until we can find somebody? And then they'll find someone, and that person will come in to train and immediately quit because the job is hard and horrible. It was constant. So she finally, this winter, wrote a letter to her boss and was like, I'm out. I don't care if you replace me. I'm leaving now. Because she's getting to the point, like, you guys know, when was it? Like 5 years ago, she had 2 knee replacements within a year of each other. And it's like, when you get towards your 70s, like, this is your time. This is the last, 10, 15 years you got where your legs and everything work to go travel and shit. Like, she was wasting the best years of her life in that place. And they're just abusive. Yeah. Oh, Mag, I called her the other day and she said, I don't know what these people are talking about. I have not been bored 1 second. I'm like, good for you. She's like me, though. She's hobby-esque. She'll be like knitting and quilting forever. There's bugs in everything. You have thousands of little spiders in your eyelashes. Like, the fact that people are worried. I mean, and I'm going to be honest, I'll eat anything, and I didn't see one bug food in Thailand. Besides, like, street carts with sticks of scorpions. That was it. Like, they're mostly vegetarian and pretty fucking basic. Like, I don't know why people are so weird. Reminded me of the praying mantis I saw eating a fly. Oh my god. I might have seen the same one. If it was on Reddit, was it the praying mantis, it catches the fly? Like, it's on a guy's hand? I think I saw the same clip. Dude, she quilts. Mag, 1 year for Christmas, she made, like, 10 different American Girl doll outfits for my niece. Because she has a bunch of American Girl dolls, and her parents are kind of loaded, and she's an only child, so she has all the outfits you can buy. So my mom hand-sewed them, and they looked better than the shit you buy at a store. She'd never done that before in her life. She can just do shit like that. She can just, like, fuck shit up. She's very crafty. It was pretty dope. Side note, my brother and my sister-in-law and the child never said thank you or even mentioned the clothes. So that was weird. But, you know, what do you do? Mickey, thank you so much for sending the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an swings for 27 fucking months. That's a long time. Hold on. I was making sure we're not missing this. We have 5 minutes. Okay. We should take a quick break. Just an ad break. The timer's up. I have a little timer on my dashboard, and I just don't want people to get ads, you know, in the middle of the thing. It's so stupid when that happens. I hate it. We should hydrate. Thank you. Dude, she's a master with sewing and stuff. She used to sew us dresses and stuff when we were in high school because we were all so tall, like nothing fit us. So she taught us how to sew our own dresses and stuff. We were very, very much Little House on the Prairie. Eating bugs in Thailand is like eating dogs in Korea. Nobody does it anymore. It's only practiced in certain regions anyways, and it's what everybody has stuck in their head, right? It's prejudiced, racist. I don't know what you would say. It's a ugly misnomer that I don't know where people get it. I'm a firm believer though that you can't say shit about a place until you travel there. You must go to a place and fully experience it yourself before you can say anything. I mean, I've literally, like, bless my mom. This is a quote, and I'll remember it till the day I die. People on the East Coast are very abrupt and rude, Catherine. I've never been, but I know that's how they are. And it hurts every part of me when people act like that. Like, don't do that. Shut up. You don't know. Genova, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an 8 swings. I appreciate you. That's a really long time. Thank you. I know. I need to stand up and stretch my legs, too. Did you guys just put us in a hype train when we need to take a break? God damn it. Now what do I do? You ass fucks. Magnissimo, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Odious. Odious. Enjoy your emotes. Refresh the stream if you've been gifted a sub, because then you don't have to suffer ads, which is the best. People here eat blank, yeah, or people here are blank. Like, how the fuck do you generalize humans? You know what I've noticed in my travels? People are exactly the same everywhere. There are assholes and there are sweethearts, and that's humans. And we eat the easiest thing to get. Break train for real. I just want to run an ad thing because I got to do it now because otherwise it's going to run on top of the court thing, and then that sucks. I'm sorry. You've put me in between a rock and a hard place. You have to hype yourselves now, I guess. I really appreciate it, but feel no, like, what now? Help. Hell is this shit? It gave us I know, I'm sorry. There was sound and now there's not. Maybe he ran. That'd be amazing. Fans drying my table. I guess we're just on a break in silence. I apologize. I really came over. I thought my speaker stopped working because I put my desk speaker on just in case it started playing. Like, it started going while I was gone. Well, he kind of did look like he was having a heart attack, but I mean, guys, you don't have to be a medical professional to be able to tell he was faking that cough so hard. Like, he was literally just trying to be a disruptive ass. That was a GERD cough at best. At best. Bronchitis, my dick. I don't fucking think so, Holmes. That's not how that happens. You know, Robo, I've thought about that a lot. I think it might have been a parentless situation. Or like one of those hyper masculine dads who like beats the fuck out of his kid drunk all the time. So his kid grows up to be like, I gotta be impressive, i.e. be a worse asshole than that guy. I don't know. Or it's just an accident and his mom's like this sweetheart. I don't know. It's honestly like mind blowing. How does he sleep at night? Like, in many ways. Yeah, bronchitis is a wet cough. A wet, productive bronchitis. So this is how we can break it. This is easy to remember. Bronchitis. Bronchial. I've talked about lungs to you guys way too many times. Where the fuck are your bronchial tubes? Under your tits. way below your vocal cords. And I was typing in chat for those lurking. I was saying it's a above the vocal cord cough at best. Bronchitis is when the bronchial tubes down here, the branchy shit, get gunked up and clogged. Bronch, you fucking idiot. I'm being haunted by just one fruit fly. I'm gonna smoke pot to make it go away. Go away. Go away. Well, everybody has a tit must. I mean, come on. Like, my tits are pecs at best, Mickey. Shut the fuck up. Under your pec. It's in your lung shit. Technically, they go to here. Really? Zoe, nuh-uh. Did I actually guess it right? Zoe posted, yeah, Alex Jones' dad was hard right and likely beat the shit out of Jones growing up. I didn't know. I really had no idea. Until this person started, denying Sandy Hook, I didn't know he was a person. Like, I did not have any idea who this person was until he was like, why am I being haunted by one fruit fly? This is my life. Cheers. I need all those baby spiders back. Since the late 90s, I'm so sorry. He was mostly a meme online. I feel like I knew a little bit about him because of that. I refreshed the channel and nothing's playing. I don't know what to do. Did it break? Is anyone else have the trial up and it's just sitting there on this break screen? Well, the YouTube chat is still going like mad, and so I feel like I'm worried we're missing something, or it's just not playing, but I don't know. Oh God. This grandma's dying wish was a giant dick on her grave. Oh my God, I did see this. I saw this on Stephen Colbert. I can't show it on stream because it's literally a dick, but it's fabulous. Everyone click that link. It's fantastic. It will make you smile. Aw, Zeph, thank you. It's just a trick of lighting in a sports bra, but bless your heart. I thought he was a shock jock, honestly. Like, I thought he was a radio dude, kind of like, who's that other fucker that loves Trump and jerks off to him? Oh my God. Not Limbaugh. He's dead. I can see him, but I can't fucking remember his name. Weird that I don't remember some shithole's name. You probably know what I'm talking about. I literally thought he was the same, though. I thought he was just some shock jock. Your Knowledge, Fight Behind the Bastards podcast have done history episodes on Jones. And family and his family influences growing up. That, I mean, it makes sense. It's sad, but that's usually how people like this are created, unfortunately. Just checked the link, and I'm getting the same screen. I'll bet they're on lunch. Okay, good. Just making sure. Because, the fucking, that chat's stupid. It's a huge dick. And the fact that it's just, like, Pepto-Bismol pink. Like, why? In a tweet, oh my God, Lance's. Is it another Roach clip? I'm excited to see it. Someday when I'm rich and famous, I'm going to get one from you. Is it not Hannity? It's not Rush Limbaugh, not Joe Rogan. There's another, not Glenn Beck. You guys will say the name and I'll know it. I don't know. I can't think of his name. I think, fucking Christ. I think he got in trouble and like went to court for a few things. He might be in jail. I don't fucking know. I know there's a lot of old white assholes on the radio who like Trump. I know. Alex Jones, quote, "You're already under oath to tell the truth and you violated that oath twice today." Oh my God, what? This is a clip from what we've been watching, probably before we got there, because we got in a little bit late. What are they filming on? Are they filming on like VHS? What's happening? So for those just listening, good news. Kansas just voted to keep abortion legal, which is shocking. However, extremely positive. That gives me hope for the world. Yeah, that's a huge fucking move, to be honest. It's easy for red states to just wipe the floor with shit like that. And like Excuse me. I know I'm kind of a broken record with it sometimes, but it's not just abortion, it's women's health. It's women's health, it's trans health, it's gay rights, it's trans rights, it's women's rights. Like it's so much more than just an abortion. And I think most of you are well aware. I just feel like I need to say it. It's fucking human rights. Like we need to recognize everyone as a human. Period. And when they start chipping away at things that are hot topics and easy to get people to vote for, and then they sneak in other shit like this fucking Clarence Thomas piece of waste, oxygen stealer, oxygen thief, who like casually is like, we should also think about, going back on gay marriage and stuff. And it's just like, I'm sorry, what did you just casually drop there? You piece of waste. What the fuck is wrong? I'm very proud of the Kansas residents. I mean, it shocks me when people, I don't know, man, when you don't go vote for stuff like that, because it's just abortion now, but it's going to be vasectomies tomorrow. And it'll be, only certain forms of birth control are allowed, and then only, maybe one form of birth control is allowed. And if that one form gives you blood clots and migraines and you die, like, that sucks. You just have babies. And then it's going to be like, oh, you have to be over a certain age, and then you have to have your husband with you or a parent, or, it gets dangerous very fast. It's a very steep slope we start sliding when we ignore shit like that and let it go past. I have a word for him that's harsher than oxygen stealer. I have a lot of really harsh words. I just try to keep it clean here in this place. Fuck. Yeah, I'll need to go find the trees and apologize. For real. Hard agree. I want a Democrat to come out and propose the reversal of loving versus Virginia and see what Clarence says. Well, that's the thing. I think they were around the same time, if not part of the same massive bill, weren't they? Loving versus Virginia and Roe versus Wade and a few others, not gay marriage. Obviously, that was way more recent, but he very, very delicately dances around interracial marriage in what he wants to retract because he's married to that ghostly slut hoe, whatever the fuck, Ginny. Fuck yourself. She probably does. Look at that, man. Not a thing. Kansas had the largest voter turnout for this. It was like 60%. Dude, that's awesome. That makes me really, really happy. That's seriously, like, that's huge. We recognize everyone as human, but when will we recognize a Lyme? Oh no! A Lyme is divine communication from the universe that only infects divine and spiritual people. I don't want to, though. I don't want that, though. I want to know why, despite I can speak. Despite the fact that we're one country, we act like a union of smaller countries when it suits us. I've thought about that a lot, Pyro. I think as a society, as just like a people, and myself included, we've gone from like living as very tight-knit communities where like children were raised by everyone in the community, aunts, uncles, neighbors, to like everyone is afraid of their neighbor. And fear turns into like, I'm going to arm me and my kids with semi-automatics. And it's like, where did that come from, though? Did your neighbor do anything? Have you said hi? Maybe your neighbor is afraid of you and all your semi-automatics. Ever thought about that one? Like, I think we've separated. But I don't know how. I don't know what happened. Because people aren't that scary. Like, people are in general pretty tits. They're kind of annoying. Like, I don't enjoy the mass majority of them. That's a me thing, not a them thing. I don't know where that came from. Like, how that got instilled in us that, like, we're dying. Oh my god, have you not seen my poods? That's one of them. That's Billith. I don't want to turn my monitor because there's a tarantula over there. Ah! There's my girl. That's Bill. I have 2 standard poodles. But my boy might be in my bed. I don't know. Oh, there. Here you go. You'll get that show. There's those babies. It's just sandpaper. You can sit there. It's fine. Those, now you can see. Look how far. It's so hard to get the lighting because my face is so. Maybe if I hide. It'll autocorrect? No. We have a void and then we have a cafe latte pood. Those are our poods. Look how big he looks. He looks so, I mean, it's amazing. I really forget how fucking huge they are until I see them on camera on 6'2" Zach over here, and I'm like, oh, look, oh, babies. They don't give a shit. Oh, look at Lil. Look at her. She's showing him how to pet her. This is what happens to our face. Do you see this? Do you see this right now? Oh my god, it's on camera. It's happened. It's real. Witness me. Now you know what is why I get black eyes. She shows you how to pet her if you don't do it right. And then fucking smacks your eyeballs with her enormous hands. It is fucking wholesome though, right? Look at those beaches. The trick is, I mean, I wish I could do something about this lighting, guys, but it's, you know. Trick is avoid. This is my negative space. Why is my phone making sounds? That's not appropriate. They're wonderful. I love them as well. They truly are. Like, they really are. Oh my god. I have to show you Lilith. Look at how Lilith's standing. Such a fucking nerd. That ass. We both picked them out on purpose. We actually we found, like, it was during COVID, so we tried to adopt, but either all of the adoptable dogs were 100% gone, or I had literally a dog that died within a year of us getting the puppies, which is tragic and horrible. But because I had like this 13-and-a-half-year-old pug named Millie, I couldn't adopt a dog anywhere. They were like, female dogs are very possessive. They'll like attack any dog that comes into the house, all this shit. So every shelter was either empty or wouldn't adopt to us. And I was like, I really want to get, like, not that I was like, here's the thing. Everybody knows that your dog's eventually going to die. And I knew I wanted another dog. And my biggest fear, and I'm glad I did this, was that if I waited until after Millie passes, it would feel like I was replacing her and I would never get another dog. So I was like, I need to get a puppy before my ancient fucking pug with no back legs kicks it. So we found a reputable, like, responsible breeder of poodles, because Zach's dad had a standard poodle and loved him. He knew the personality and everything. And this breeder, she doesn't like breed dogs and then sell them. It's like you contact her. She makes sure she has enough people that are, verified adopters they're good people. And then she breeds the poodles and has puppies and all this. But she mainly breeds poodles as service dogs. And so I was like, oh, fuck yeah, they're going to be like the genes of the smarts. Like, this is what we want. So anyways, when we picked them out, we got to pick them by color. And she's called a Cafe au Lait with a little X and then a Phantom something. I can't remember what it was. And it's because she's got that pink skin. Like, her eyes are really pale. And Trick is just a void. Like, I just love the look of big black dogs. I think they're fucking gorgeous and just elegant and very like, I love you. And so I really wanted a big standard poodle that was black. But you know how I've had black cats before, and all my black cats, like, if they were out in the sun, you'd see the brown in their fur, like the sun reflecting off the actual color. He does not have that. His fur is like the most majestic, deep, like ebony fucking Indian hair you've ever seen. Like, it absorbs all light and it reflects nothing. So it's so hard to get a picture of him or anything unless he's like out in noon sun, with a very high quality camera. But he's so precious. He's just such a good boy. I love him so much. I got my dog and was told he was quiet. Oh, how'd that turn out? If we like, that was part of our discussion when we thought about the breed of dog to get, because we wanted to get two. And the thing I really liked, because when I got Millie, I had two pugs. I was in a relationship and then we split up and we split the pugs. It was horrible. But the cool thing about having two puppies together, doesn't have to be from the same litter or whatever, is they teach each other the boundaries that you want your dog to have with people. I.e., like, the puppies will mouth play and bite each other too hard and yipe really loud and scare each other out of it. And they'll learn that was too hard for a play bite. It's amazing. but it truly worked with the like we obviously put some work into them as well, but with the poodles as well. Not only that, like learning limits of biting that's not my hands and all that, they wear each other out. That's the best thing ever. Like I can take them to a park and I don't have to run in circles around my dog to make sure it's getting exercise. They will run each other forever. One likes to chase and one likes to run. It's perfect. So I can put them in the yard and they'll literally just run miles forever. But they wouldn't do that alone. They would just sit at my feet, you know? So that's something I'm really I had that with Millie when she was little too, which is why I think she was awesome as an old pug. By the way, she never ever did anything to the poodles. Like she was queen of the house, and if they tried to fuck with her or sit on her, she'd but other than that, you guys know, she was awesome. You're straight in bruises all the time? I mean, me too. Yes, no, they totally have the same hair as humans. Yep, you have that's like maybe the one quote unquote downside. I don't see it as a downside, honestly, because I get my dogs groomed no matter what, because you have to get their nails trimmed. But you have unless you want them to be painfully covered in matted hair, similar to like dreadlocks that would form on our head if we never washed it or brushed it. You have to go get them groomed. Like we do it every 2 months. In the summer, a little bit more often, just so it doesn't get too long and they're not like roasting. But you have to get it cut because it will just grow forever. But it's especially like I learned this. I was looking at on I don't remember, like the AKC website. Oh, they're gonna be obedient. Hold on, let me turn the monitor. Don't do it yet. The darker the fur, the more coarse and the more thick the fur. What? Oh, I didn't realize you were going that far away. Oh, the camera died. Hold on. Easy fix. I know how to fix this. I learned this, so nobody panic. It's just as sensitive for some reason, but all you do is deactivate, reactivate. Amazing. I just have to be more gentle. Sorry. The exposure is terrible, but I'm doing my best, my dudes. Oh my god. Oh my god, what's happening? I'm trying so hard not to move the fucking cord. It's impossible. Did he do it? We couldn't see it anyways, so we're going to pretend he totally did. They totally successfully shook for dad. Magic. No, I'm still waiting on my fucking... You know what, though? I think Hogwarts might have closed because the person who, like, theoretically, allegedly came up with it's a fucking turf piece of shit. I don't know. Sea Lion. It was very infuriating at first, but it's something with this Elgato camera. It's the Elgato face cam. If you like the cord is thicker and heavier than the camera. It's very annoying. So like the cord will just pull the camera off of anything. I have to have tacky shit under the camera. But the cord is insanely long, and if you like breathe near the USB, that's a USB 3, of course, only, near it anywhere near the computer, it freezes. But if you just like go into the OBS settings and deactivate, reactivate, boom, she's perfect again. I don't fucking know why, but I'm glad I learned that. Trick, literally, Cake, this is what he does. Like if this is Trick's paw on the ground, Lil, shake both hands. She doesn't give a fuck. Trick, he does this. I guess I'll do it from the side. It's better. So I don't have a dog hand. He goes like a limp wrist. Fucking one toe on the ground. Just this little like, I guess. And just looks at you like, do you want more? But he will never take that one toe off the ground. It's the fucking cutest, most annoying thing. He's such a sassy little hoe. I love it. They do love their lung pieces. They're so gross. They stink so bad. It's funny, I had my baby for 14 years. She passed at the beginning of the year. I was highly upset. Didn't want another dog. My mom surprised me with a Yorkie. Oh. Wait, when I took my... Oh my god. Did the dog not know what the fuck to do? That was a moment you... I mean, maybe it'll happen again. Try tonight, because it's only night 2, right? I would try again. Those movies are coming off streaming, by the way. I know. I heard about that. I'm actually really proud of HBO, because I feel like HBO is one of those companies that doesn't really have to care. They make enough money that it doesn't matter how many people are like, hey, J.K. Rowling kind of pissed off a lot of us. Maybe we don't want to support her financially. And they did anyways. Like HBO is eliminating everything Harry Potter off the website permanently, which is kind of incredible. They didn't have to, but they are. And I'm a self-proclaimed Slytherin hard Harry Potter nerd. I've read the books a million times, watched the movies in theaters, opening night, books, midnight releases at Barnes & Noble, and a cloak with a wand. Don't judge me. I've been to Harry Potter land a lot, and I have 5 wands. However, I don't want to give her my money. And the problem with even streaming those movies is she's somehow getting revenue off of it, and that makes me sad. I don't want to support someone that has such a hateful heart and made a lot of my friends feel bad. I don't like that. She's a TERF. If you don't know what TERF is, a TERF is a trans exclusionary radical feminist. Their core belief is that if you did not have a menstruation, you don't belong in the feminist movement and you're not a woman. And she has, out of nowhere, decided to openly proclaim she believes in that movement and is part of it on Twitter multiple times and never apologized, regardless of how much outbreak and, like, not outbreak, what's the word? Lash isn't the word. What is it? Backlash. No matter how much backlash comes, she's never said a thing. She just, like, fucking goes about her life and keeps doing shit like, I'm perfect and made Harry Potter. And it breaks my heart. Like, she already made me question her with the post gang of Dumbledore out of nowhere, and then I was like, oh. Right? It makes you very sad. I have so much Harry Potter merch and shit in my house. Journals and wands and hats and cloaks. I'm a big fan. I love it. It was like, my thing growing up. I fucking love it. It breaks my soul. The one thing that might give you solace, that has given me some solace, is I heard that after book 2, they're all ghost written. Nothing's written by her after book 2. So that's nice. I mean, we love Harry Potter. We just don't know who created it. This is because this has been going on for a while. This is a couple years. What the community and I have decided is that she took credit for something that she couldn't have created. Because evil hearts can't do that. Like, I don't care if you were in your car homeless with your kids. Like, evil, melting, oozy souls don't create beautiful, magical worlds that save kids like me as children when we're reading the books and getting bullied by people. You know what I'm saying? So we think they were just commandeered. Like, she did not write them. They are the books they showed up in a chest one day and no one knows. She found them, took the credit, and now she's just outed herself. Know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to go with. Because I can't with it. Harry's a slave owner? How? Who? My dog's under me, but you can't see him because he's so dark. Look at this. There's a nose right there. My little boy. He has a milk chin, though. You can see he has one little white spot. He's my boy. Hi, Bubba. What are you doing? He's so sneaky. Exactly. Stolen and profited by a horrible, mean villain lady. Exactly. That's my theory. It has to be. Those are the people's books. Exactly, Tomadills. Like, they are... I would argue that you are absolutely correct, honestly, Tomadills. Like, the people have created more of the culture of Harry Potter. Like, I'm not even kidding you. You know how there's, like, a mini league of Quidditch people? There's people who have created, like, a sport on a field of Quidditch in the U.S. and otherwise. They're changing the name of their game because they don't want to be associated with her anymore. It's not going to be called Quidditch anymore. I can't remember what it's called. Quad ball. Thank you, Pendragon. Thank you, love. Yes, it's called quad ball now. Simply because people are so tired of being associated with her. Because it's just poop. It's all poop. What gets me is that she was constantly ranting about Trump on Twitter, and she's unaware that all the people that were talking shit about her in the comments back then are the same ones that are now agreeing with her, and she doesn't realize. I don't think she's how do I say this? I think she's kind of a dumb cunt. I was trying to think of, like, nice words, easy to understand, but also smooth on the tongue. I don't think she's as cool as Voldemort. Like, I don't think she's smart enough to figure out how to split her soul a whole bunch of times. She strikes me as the type to, like, suck a dick to get popular. You know what I'm saying? Does Alti... So, question. Do you groom... If you groom your baby, does their white patch disappear the shorter their fur is? Because whenever he gets groomed, it's totally gone. It takes, like, a month, and then it starts to come back. She's more like a Death Eater. I'd believe that. Also, funny to me that the HP groups... Oh my god, Sea Lion, I love you so much. This is one of my favorite arguments against her idiocy. One of my favorite... All I saw was Polyjuice, and I know what you're going to say. I'm so glad you brought this up. Funny to me that the HP books include Polyjuice potions, which lets you become whoever, whatever you want, and blur identity lines, which I would kill for, but whatevs. Dude, the fucking scene where everyone turns into Harry, and yet... The girls, like Floor says, don't look at me. And she still sounds like Floor, and she still, in her mind and in her soul, is a female, regardless of what her outer form is. Bitch wrote that shit. Like, this is what leads me to believe they're ghostwritten or she's a dumb cunt. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that. You guys remember we watched like a TikTok or something? She is like a real life Umbridge. Oh my god. Umbridge is one of the best villains that's ever been created for media ever. I wish you could see this on cam. I just got goosebumps from you saying Umbridge. Disgusting ass fucking goosebumps up my arms. Ooh, maybe she has dementia. I almost hope so, but I think she's just a dumb cunt. Honestly, because there's no fucking way she's that deaf to the world that she doesn't know what she's done to people. Like, the amount of people, LGBTQ plus, AI, or otherwise, who clung to those books as a way to survive our childhood because we were getting beaten down by the world around us. And then for her to make any statement like that, she's acting like she didn't do it or that no one's mad. She just keeps on trotting like, I'm British and adorable. Let me go and get some tea and crumpet. Cute, cute, cute. Harry Potter magic. And it's like, no. You don't get to have that anymore. Like, that's ours now. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how you talk. I don't care how cute you think you are. You don't get to have this now. It's ours now. Lovecraft was a monster too. The only solace, this is horrible, like once JK dies, I'll feel a lot better about enjoying Harry Potter again because I'll know that there's no ounce of money going to her livelihood. Same with Lovecraft. He's dead. So I can play Darkest Dungeon and not really worry that he's like pulling in royalties from it or something. We can hope, Mickey. Maybe she'll fuck up. Like, there's been scientific proof that those who are trans have actual brain of a gender they feel they are, and those who are non-binary traits both, pathologically. I mean, even if there wasn't, it's like... Wait. Kinda cool, thank you. Thank you very much for the tip, love. I appreciate you. Magic is just science we haven't, like, figured out yet. Like, science nowadays was magic, like, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think that because they can't make sense of it with their Bible, it must be horrible and the worst, and you're not real. And it's like, can you just not? Can you just shut the fuck up? Please. One of the many times she was ranting at trans people, she was at the same time praising kids for Harry Potter fan art, and she ended up responding to the wrong tweet and ended up raging at a 9-year-old artist about trans people. I'm so glad she fucked up that way, but however, why does a 9-year-old have a Twitter? That poor 9-year-old, holy shit. That's fucked. I mean, that's... she's got a no one in my family for generations can screw up badly enough to be poor money. Does she have kids? I wonder if they like her or if it's like a Ted Cruz situation. She makes hundreds of millions every year from Harry Potter. Still, I bet. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, think about the Universal parks alone. Which now that all of that's being pulled off HBO and shit, I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with those parks. I think you can love the art without loving the artist, 100%. You know what I do, Cake? And this, I'm just going to tell you guys what I do, because a lot of people have been like, holy shit, I never thought of that. And I think it's really good advice. Someone in chat gave it to me. So I love the books, the stories. They will forever be with me. I mean, I've read those books more than anything in the world. I've gone to Harry Potter World a million times, watched the movies a million times. It's in me. What I do is, if I want to buy like Harry Potter themed merch, like Slytherin merch or whatever the fuck, I go to Etsy, because that's just a person who most likely made the textile that they're making your thing out of, because people on there are fucking crafty as shit. And 100% of my money is just going to a person who also loves Harry Potter and not necessarily the turf bitch. That, I think, is a really good, like, if you like Harry Potter, if you have friends that like Harry Potter and stuff, support the fans, not the shitty creator. Exactly. It's a really good way of loving the art and not fiscally, because, like, how else do we share our opinion with an artist other than just not buying their art? Like, that's all you can do, is your money is the way you speak. So, give it to someone who made something way cooler than anything Universal Studios is ever going to put in a fucking gift shop anyways. Speaking, my pillow. Look behind me. That pillow is off of Etsy. That's a Harry Potter pillow right there. Rod's wonderful neighbor lady got it for me for my birthday. There's a glue gun in front of it. Or there's a Dremel in front of it. Please excuse. I'm in the middle of construction. But that's a really good example of someone who handcrafted a beautifully made felt pillow that is Harry Potter's head. And none of that money went to fucking JK fuck yourself. And I still have a really cool Harry Potter pillow. Good example. Etsy's amazing. Oh my God, Rod, I did not read your message before I remembered. Our brains connected in the same moment, I think. Seriously. I was like, oh my God, it's right behind me, Katie. You know this. Her kids probably love her if she has them. My grandparents were very racist, but I can't find it in my heart to hate them. Oh, I mean, same. My grandparents were very racist. I mean, they said horribly racist things the entire time they were alive. I loved them for who they were with me and lessons they taught me, but I don't forgive them for being horrible people and saying horrible things. And, like, it doesn't make the other actions they took in their life or words they said right. But everybody fucks up. Like, my Nana, like, she was, I think she just pirated my grandfather. My grandfather was in World War II and came back with a lot of Asian hate towards anyone Asian. Every fucking Asian racist word you could ever think of would come out of his mouth, and she would puppet that. And when my grandfather passed away, she no longer wanted to live in the house that they had, built and shared together for many, many years. So all of my aunts got together and found her a much smaller house, much closer to the city, closer to all the aunts, so everyone could visit. And they plopped her dead center in a Korean neighborhood, like right in the middle of it, on purpose, because we were all highly aware of the way she liked to speak. Anytime she saw someone on TV, it was that word, any of the words would come out. I'm not going to say any of them, obviously. Fucking use your imagination, or let's pretend it's just pancake or something innocent. Pancake's probably not innocent. Every time she saw Totoro, she would say horrible things, just referring to that person, not out of anger, just the words referring to that human would just be these horrible slang words. So we plopped her in the middle of a Korean neighborhood. Long story short, she ended up, like, apologizing for her behavior. Like, the neighborhood was full of all these tiny little tiny girls. I don't know how old they were, but they were adorable. And they wanted to come over and hang out with the little old white lady in the neighborhood. And my Nana at first was like, huh. And then she was like in love with them and knew them all by name and knew their parents and knew their kid. Like, every time I went there, she told me what grades they were all in. Like, and she apologized. And this was in her 80s. So it's hard for me to think people can't, and I don't take the excuse of it's just my generation as an excuse for anything. I love her. I think people make mistakes. I'm glad my Nana lived long enough to, like, apologize and kind of, like, see the wrongs of her ways. You know what I mean? And to see her actually completely change the way she speaks out loud, that was really kind of nice. I wish my grandpa could have lived long enough. But he survived 2 fucking triple A's. triple aortic aneurysms. Like, who does that? Bitch lived long enough. Boy was tired. Like, it's true. I mean, I think some people grow up in a time of hatred. Like, we kind of are now. I wonder about, like, I don't know, not Gen Z, but whatever's younger than Gen Z. Like, the kids that are just kind of saturated in this environment we're in right now with, like, the Trump shit. And I'm not saying whether you're for Trump or against Trump. He just incited a lot of hate in the country. Like, he himself is full of hate, and that's all he does. Insurrection of the Capitol, white supremacists just, like, coming out and sunbathing with their white hats on. Like, I wonder if that's psychologically going to do something. I think I'm too old for it to, like, I mean, I'm angry and it definitely depresses me all the time, but, you know, the younger, more like, they can't think beyond it, or they can't not saturate themselves in it, I guess. I don't know when that happened for me, but I did get to a point where I was smarter than to just saturate myself in depressing shit. Depressing? When you stop making other races and cultures other, it makes them less scary and foreign, and they realize they're just people. And that's literally, like, without the wonderfully intelligent verbiage, that's literally what we did to my Nana. And it was overnight. I mean, she was a changed person within a couple months. She was talking about all the little girls and the neighbors, and, like, if we heard a car revving outside, she knew whose it was, the kid's name. It was hilarious how fast it changed, and it makes me happy that it's possible, you know, because I grew up a lot of my life just, like, I didn't want to bring boyfriends over for Christmas or something, or girlfriends over for birthdays or holidays to my Nana's house for what would she say out loud? Like, unless someone had a really dark sense of humor, which some people are good with. I had a few friends that I was like, oh, I'm excited for you to meet my Nana. But some people I'd be like, you know what? I think this is just a family thing. You know, like, just like the close knits. Because it's not that she would, like, start some hateful conversation. It would just be in regular everyday speak to her. And she'd drop shit and we'd be like, whoa, the fuck? Oh, you're all a bunch of snowflakes. And that's embarrassing shit. And it's cool to see that we didn't, like, say, like, you're going to live in a Korean neighborhood and you're going to stop being a fucking racist. We just did it. Like, she thought it was on accident. Because if she knew we did it on purpose, we thought she would fight it. Like, she had that fucking Irish fight in her that was like, I will fight anything you want me to do, regardless if it's good for me or not. On fear of the unknown. Oh, odious. Hard. I think that's where a lot of hate in general comes from, sadly. I'm not sure if exposure is great for everyone. My parents and brother live in an area where it's more culturally diverse, and they're still the big races they've always been. That makes me sad. You're probably right, though. I think a lot of it for my Nana was the fact that she was alone. She had no one on her team. Like, I don't know if your parents are, like, living together, or if your siblings still there or not. But it was just my Nana, and my grandpa had died. So she was kind of, like, desperate for social. Like, she wanted to socially interact with the neighbors, regardless of who they were. And I'm sure she probably was scared at first, but without any of us there to, like, make fun of her or for her to think we were judging her or something, because none of us would have done that. She just went and did it. Me too, Lilac. I hope people ask questions and aren't afraid to straight up tell the person, like, you didn't answer my question, and re-ask the question. It makes me sad how many people start questions with, sorry, but I have a question. Like, why are we apologizing for wanting to have more knowledge? Where did that come from? That seems like a really bizarre habit. You know what I mean? Oh, Knives, she would have fucking loved you, to be honest. She was a kick. She was like, I loved my Nana because she had this vocabulary which doesn't make you not racist. She's still racist. But none of it came out of an angry place. Like, she didn't have angry behaviors. She was just kind of like a dirty old lady. Like, she would say things like, your grandfather was a stallion. And we'd be like, Nana, what? Just changing the channel like nothing had happened. Or like, Millie loves my pussy. And you'd be like, did you just say pussy? She had this, like, grin and giggle she would do. She was just like a dirty old lady. She was fucking hilariously fun. And it was just a matter of giving her a reason to change her vocabulary other than we all think it's offensive. Like, if all of her grandchildren and daughters you know, who she already feels better than and greater than because she's the matriarch, you know, are just like, Nana, no one, that's not okay to say. Like, you can't, why are you saying that? It didn't matter. I think. I don't know. I'm not a pro. Are we cheersing? Wait, where's my bowl? Do I have a bowl? Probably. I probably have a hit left. She had no qualms. I mean, she would like, it wasn't 24/7 though. She was like almost like a well-written comedian. She'd be talking about, you know, innocent things like what's happening on The Price is Right or Jeopardy from last night. Sorry, sometimes my accent kills me. And then, you know, talk about, then she'd be like, your grandfather was a stallion, or like, what was one thing? If we ever like felt fat, you know, when you're young, we were all like neurotic about our weight and wanting to die and shit because we grew boobs and that was weight and that was scary. She'd tell us that my grandpa would say he didn't want to search for his mate in the sheets when he went to grab for her. And I was like, Grandpa's going to grab me in the sheets? What the fuck? I was young, very ignorant. But shit like that all the time. She was just an elegant Irish bitch. I miss her a lot. Shit. I forgot I'd weed out my bad. Spirit cheers. Oh my gosh. I have to grind up weed, but I'm definitely cheers. I fucked up and went to the dispensary to change my name because I recently got married. Congratulations. And they voided my ID and hadn't. Wait, you didn't get a new one right away? Do you have to wait for it? Boo. No, I got you, boo. I understood. That's why we didn't reread it with my eyes. I got you. I fuck up all the time. I'm very skilled in reading of the fuck ups. No. Oh, that sucks. Boo. I'm so sorry. I can't remember the last time I had to get an ID, so now I kind of wonder, like, how long did it take me? I don't know. Last time I got ID was in Maryland, which was a bit ago. But I've had it for a bit. I don't know. To Moonbeam? Do it. Fuck it. Tell everyone your parents burned all your bras. When he first started dating and when he owed her money for literally anything, he'd be like, this is for last night, wink. No. When my stepdad and mom started getting intimate, we would all the kids would go, ew, if they kissed each other. And they wouldn't stop. Like, they would just turn it into, like, a comical scene of eating each other's faces. It was so bad. I don't think I need to call my therapist. Most people tend to assimilate and be part of their community. Some fight tooth and nail, keeping their bubbles, staying separated. Those people often maintain or even gain racist attitudes. And I think a lot of it, that's what I mean. I was talking about that earlier, Nova. I was like, I think a lot of society has gotten very angry because we've secluded from each other out of like just misplaced fear. Like, nothing's happened to make me afraid of my neighbors, and yet I will be afraid of my neighbors. That kind of shit, I think it makes us a little crazy. Like, I mean, you can never generalize personal experience, but for me personally, I go back to my breakdown, my like moment, the lowest breakdown moment for me when I was in California in a bathtub, fully clothed, on the phone with my mom, convinced I had a brain tumor that was leaking out of my nose and killing me. And all it took to quell my overwhelming anxiety that was making me like sweat and shake and vibrate like a fucking Energizer bunny was my mom saying, Katie, that's not happening. You're not crazy, but that's not happening. That's all it took. Was just someone outside the chaos of my own mental state validating how I feel, yet telling me that that's impossible and not real. And that's all it took. And I think without that, we get very weird. Sometimes you just need someone on the outside of this fuckery to be like, yo, he ain't crazy, but it's not that bad. Or whatever. And it can just, it doesn't make you stop, you know, being an anxious mess, obviously. That never stops. But it stops the spiral of your own brain just, the cyclical thoughts, like, but what if, 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 because there's no one there but you. And your brain kind of feeds it. It's like, it's a negative thing, but your brain feeds it anyways. It's very weird. Oh, my stepdad's a very nice person. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, but what parent-child relationship doesn't? Let's be real. Aw, I'm glad you're still here, honey. As a survivor, myself, I like to say it's the one thing I'm really happy I failed at. That's the only one. I'm a very competitive soul. But it's there. OCD be like, stop it. What? I fully agree that external validation can be extremely important. That's on me, man. I don't know, man. Important when you live in your own head for too long. Yes. And even when you're around, like, I don't know if any of you are, this is how I am anyways. Even when I'm alone, even when I'm not alone is what I'm saying. When you're like, not, you're surrounded by people, but not necessarily in a conversation. That doesn't stop me from being in my own head. Like, just because there's someone to ask, I'll still just ask myself and try to figure it out on my own first. If that makes sense. It doesn't, like, sometimes you just need that, a human voice to, like, be like, hey, it's fine. Chill. It's valid what you're feeling, but it's not as bad as you think. I mean, it could be anybody, really. Like, it was amazing how it got me so I could stand up, get unclothed in a bath, and, bathe. Cake, same. Oh, man. Sometimes I think, like, have you ever, been chilling with a significant other, like a sibling or a parent or something, and been like, what you thinking? They're like, nothing. Like, what? What's that like? And then you stab them and they're dead, and then you're alone and it's quiet, and finally you get peace. I think we should take a break before this thing starts again. 50 minutes or something like that. I don't know. Is it live again in 50 minutes? I don't fucking know. But I know we need to run an ad and get a break. Whatever's on hand. Knitting needle, nail file, shank. Second opinions, knives. Yeah, that's all it really is. That's a good way of putting it. Really, it's just a second opinion. It's like you get to brain dump on someone and they go, that sucks, you're feeling that way. However, you do not have a brain tumor leaking out of your nose. Like, you don't even need proof. Like, it's just someone saying it. Puts that new thought in your head to add to the cycle, and it eventually helps kind of dilute it down. Zach's Braff mom was a psychologist and told him growing up, it would be weird if you weren't upset to validate when he was in a bad place. Oh, I love that. My parents got us a punching bag. Like all the kids, because we were all kind of physically violent when we would be upset. Like, my brothers would go through a breakup, punch a hole in a wall kind of thing. They got us a really nice, like, professional, huge, like, 6-foot black leather, like, whatever they're not leather. I don't want what's that shit called covered? They're called, what are they covered in, Katie? It's not canvas. It's almost like painted canvas. I don't know. It was a very nice punching bag. That's what they got us. Instead of like, you need to control your shit. You need to like put your like they gave us somewhere to put our violence. I always respected that. I thought that was good. Is it vinyl? I was thinking because over time, the sun and shit cracked it. It got bad, but it was very nice to have for a while. I liked it. At the beginning of my breakdown in March, when I was with people, I was still constantly having obsessive and intrusive thoughts. It was just about them or whatever the convo was about, or their dog, or their drink. Yep. Yeah. And it's terrible because sometimes you're like, I just need to go be alone with my own. Like, mine are just as crazy as yours, but like, now it's too much. So neither is good, but you end up, in solitude because it's too loud. It's like involuntarily too loud. I'm just stretching my arm. My shoulders have been tight lately. A ruler then? Maybe. A spork? Oh, God. I know. Exactly, Nova. Like, it's just, man. It's like either disacknowledgement or it's complete it's like either we don't have a mental health issue or we don't have a gun issue. We have a mental health issue. And it's like, you can't be both, dudes. Stop. Shut up. Stop. Thank you, Taco. I like it here too. Makes me happy. Look at that creepy hand. When skies are gray, you'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't. No! Okay, let's take a break. Ouch. Fucking stretched the shit out of that, but that felt good. Dude, get yourself a punching bag now. When are you not a kid? I still have anger. Happy hump day. Can I post cheers you? I want to take a break and get an ad out of the way in case this thing restarts. If it restarts, I don't even know. Is it coming back? I know nothing. I know nothing. Except that apparently Lyme's disease comes from space. That's right. It's advanced code from the aliens. You guys can cheers without me, though. I mean, feel free. I'm going to, take my dogs out first because I don't want to cough to death out in the heat. Sounds like a terrible time. I'll be right back. Wash your hands, stretch your dick, stretch your bodies, stand up, pee after sex, all the good things. Don't forget to brush your teeth. I'll be back in a few. Enjoy some jelly. Welcome back. Is that thing restarting? Do we get to watch him, see how much money he gets charged? I don't know. I tried to look for it, but the video we were watching just, stopped. It's not, just a break screen anymore. So, I don't know. But we have other brain purgy things to watch and laugh at. I know. I don't know, Rod. Dallas, you're amazing. Thank you. It was kind of you to say. I used to love... Dude, we didn't have encyclopedias. My stepdad did when he moved in. I was so excited. He moved in, and I suddenly had a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, a Sega Genesis, and a full set of encyclopedias. It was an incredible day. Everyone looks up to me, Dallas. I'm 6 feet tall. Hi, Mergs. Yes, can I add it to the thing, Mickey? I have a couple videos to show, but we need the purge for what we watched today. Oh my god, I peaked. It's worth it every moment. Oh god. I think my dad did too. Honest. I mean, I think did anybody get an encyclopedia set without actually a person coming to your door and selling it to you? A nurse traded to participate in it? No shit. What do you mean exciting, Kel? Because it was a biopsy? I mean, not saying your biopsy wasn't super exciting, but... Yep, Monster, right. I think ours was too. It's like Cutco knives. Nobody went and bought Cutco knives anywhere unless someone sold them to you at your door. Oh, I mean, Rod... You're one of the few people that doesn't physically look up to me. This is true. You and BDO. Rod is taller than me. Yes. He got me. Touche. I got what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. Mail order or from a bookstore. Could you buy encyclopedias at a bookstore? I don't know. I really don't know. It was not something my mom was ever planning to buy us. We had a dictionary. We had a medical dictionary. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine you could. We had a whole Funk and Wangel's encyclopedia set when I was growing up. Funk and Wangel's. I don't know what ours was. I know it was green. It was like forest green color, I think. The whole set, but I don't remember what the set was. Yeah, I think ours was... I mean, I know my dad got it from a door-to-door salesman. It was of your liver? I mean, it's so cool. I like going to any surgery ever. Seeing people cut open is dope. You know, did you know that they can cut away 80% of your liver and your liver will regenerate? And by that, I mean, you only need 20% of your liver to function as a human. It's crazy. So they can cut away a fair amount and be totally cool. Livers are pretty incredible organs. I love you with all my liver makes way more sense than your heart. If I unfold myself, I can be 190 cm, but I refuse. When I unfold myself, I don't know how many cms am I? I knew that at one point. 182? Is that 6 foot? I don't remember. I knew it at one point. It's been a while. My dad donated liver to my uncle when he was still around. No shit. That's amazing. 2/3 of it? That's incredible. What a cool thing to be able to do for someone, though. I got a whole set from a used bookstore for like $5. Fuck yeah, dude. That's the way to do it. If you were ever going to get a set, honestly, that's the way I would have done it. But people were like, oh, this is the most update. And it's like, how do you get up-to-date science information without the internet? Although the internet didn't exist. You know what I mean? Who discovered the threshold for minimum? I have a lot of books on surgery history if you ever want some fun reading, Odious. Oh, do I? Hi, Troph. How are you, love? 183 centimeters is 6 feet. Oh, it's 183. Yes, I'm 183 cm. See, I am that tall. I like to say I'm 5'12", but you know, as I get older, it's not as funny. People just think I'm special. My favorite shoes, barefoot. Is that a trick question? I'm going to cheers now because I said I would post cheers. Let's watch my own accord. It's very nice. They suck, but I honestly, like, the amount of time we went without them or without being able to control them is kind of wild. I had someone do that with a roast. It ended up being a really salty roast. I thought about that. Like, how is the fish not just insanely salty? It's got to be a special kind of salt. Or maybe they I don't know. How could you save it? Man, it's pretty wild, Chad. The way I kind of just put it on and binge it while I do other things. Like I'll draw on my iPad or something because it has its really funny, amazingly hilarious moments, which are, of course, crazy dark humor funny. Things that maybe not the most level-headed laugh at right off the bat. That's no shade. I laugh at it. But The Boys, that show on, is it HBO? I think. About superheroes, but kind of the more realistic version. I mean, Ghetto, I don't make my money via ads. I'm not allowed to talk about the money I make via anything. However, ads isn't it. But I think it keeps Twitch alive. And Amazon bought Twitch, which is all good and well, but we've all seen what happens when big companies buy failing companies that are tiny. They just eat them. And when Twitch goes away, I go away and I don't know what to do. I don't want to unplug Nana again. Don't make me do that. So if it takes an ad every 2 or 1 hour, whatever, it's fine. It's honestly even if it was every 1 hour, I've added it up. It's less ads than you'll see watching TV or YouTube. Seriously. It's only maximum 3 minutes. It can be 20 ads, but it's only 3 minutes of ads once every 2 hours, sometimes an hour. Whereas, I mean, if you watch TV, are you even getting a show or are you just living ads? It's like scrolling Instagram now. Oh, I love Carl Urban. Same. I have a very dark, I can laugh at a lot of things that aren't, racism, obviously. We're not talking dark, dark evil. We're talking some death humor in there. Shit like that. ODS, The last scene of this scene of The Boys was amazing. The last scene of this scene, wait, the one I'm talking about with the that one? We don't add them, but also because there's no competition, they don't exactly prioritize, treating people well, which can lead to their ultimate downfall and can lead to the imminent growth of another one. I don't know. I try to think of all possibilities. Alex, shall we cheers? Let's cheers and then take a break. I have to repack my bowl a little bit, but I'm definitely here with you. One of my favorite dark comics, well, a stand-up comic who's not with us anymore, and sadly was Mitch Hedberg. God, he said the most ridiculously obvious things, but they were so funny and so real. I miss him. I'm sad. He sadly died, I believe, to a heroin addiction or overdose. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he struggled for a really long time. Mitch Hedberg, man, God, I mean, he just like, he saw the things that we like just acknowledge in everyday life, but he had a way of wording them and saying them like, it just made you fucking laugh so hard. God, he was smart. And I think he was definitely doped up most of the time, but still managed to be insanely intelligent. I think if anyone managed to get a competing platform in place with appropriate infrastructure that actually does everything streamers wanted to do, I think a lot of people would diversify. I don't know what would happen. Honestly, I have no idea. The complications of just switching your system that you use for alerts on your channel, let alone convincing your entire community to like make an account and like lurk on a different website is pretty scary. I do too. Anytime I'm trying to think of an example for it, but it's this joke where he says, I'm not going to not eat an apple just because it would eventually be a core. I say that a lot to people, and I can't think of an instance right now because I'm kind of high. Cheers. Really, Kino? That's sad. Really, Knives? There's been a few that make me laugh audibly, but he was definitely one of them. And I watched him when I was like 5th grade, 4th grade. One of my friends at school showed him to me. I was like, genius. Genius. Alcoholism is the only disease you get yelled at for having. Bob, you're an alcoholic. Bob, you have lupus. Oh my God, you're right, though. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Alex. It's so hot here. It feels like hell. So I figured I'd fit the atmosphere, right? It's seriously, it just doesn't let up. It's so hot. I'm glad there's not any like massive fires to the point where I'm suffocating though yet. Thankfully. All right. Break time. Every couple of hours we stand up and take a break. I encourage you to pee. Wash your fucking hands. Always pee after sex and self-loving. Don't forget to stretch your dick and your hands and your body. Circulation's important. And I'll be back in a few minutes. I think we have a few more links to look at. I don't fucking know. My face hurts so bad. Like, I almost don't want to smile anymore because it just hurts. Or take a hit, or load a bowl, or wash your bong. Like, if your bong water isn't, if it looks like unhealthy urine, it's time to rinse that bitch. Fungal pneumonia is a reality. And I'll be back. If that Alex Jones shit restarted, or if we just know anything about like what he has to pay. I don't know. No, Kel, did they give you anything for that? Cause boo. I apologize for the sleepy time music. I just clicked on something. Here you go. No, wait, that's not good. Wrong, Katie, wrong. My bad. This one. This is much more upbeat. This one gets my heart pounding. I love this song so much. The whole soundtrack's fucking phenomenal. They suggested Tylenol to someone getting a biopsy on their liver. Are you kidding me? That's the dumb. Did you hear about the dude who got fired over betting on the results of the NBA player's verdict? Wait, what? They bet on someone's verdict? I feel like my camera's at an angle, or everything behind me looks at an angle. It was fish-eyeing for a minute. That's fucked up. I mean, that's a fucked up thing to do, to bet on someone's verdict of their... What? Oh, jury's still deliberating? Thanks, Rod. Is Tylenol the safest thing for people with liver problems? I'd believe Frem. I am not a drug specialist. I just know that, like, painkillers go through your kidneys and shit. But I'm not my professional, not my what's the word? Scope of practice. I mean, it is, but not my specialty. Thank you. Thanks, Brain. Do I have Idrisil? No, I have a Witchblade gauntlet with various items in it, like a rupee and the Dark Crystal. And then this is like a botanical looking clover. Have you never seen them? Probably because you're usually more free in the wintertime, so you're here when I'm wearing a lot of long sleeve things. MJ bet on everything. Didn't he have a gambling thing? Didn't he have? Aren't there a lot? I feel like I don't want to hate on basketball players, but I feel like that's kind of a common thing with basketball players is having a gambling addiction. Correct me if I'm wrong. Seriously, like I'm not here to badmouth people. I don't follow basketball. I don't know. I feel like my pins are falling out of my hair. I hate that. I hate that it takes this many pins to keep my hair in place. Who the fuck? What a hype. That one. Get out of here, Beach. Traitor to the crown. So Tylenol only gets unsafe in large amounts. 4 grams for normal people, 2 grams for liver impaired people. So as long as you stay under those amounts, so under 2 grams, Kel, you're good. And NSAIDs make you retain sodium, which invariably hurts kidneys, which are one of the first organs to be compromised in people with liver disease. I knew NSAIDs were bad. Literally, all you have to do is travel to a different country and realize that nowhere else in the world can you buy them over the counter to realize, maybe we shouldn't have open access to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, i.e. like Aleve, right? In America, we have lots of brand names for all sorts of the exact same thing, but I think Aleve is an NSAID that's pretty bad and pretty hard on your system, and Excedrin has NSAIDs in it. Ibuprofen, I don't remember what ibuprofen is. Again, not my area. Naproxen and ibuprofen. Thank you. Ibuprofen. That's the one. I knew one was similar to like Aleve or whatever, but I couldn't remember which one. Thank you. Tylenol has never touched my pain. None of it. I don't even have any in my house. No shit. Dude. I mean, it's good of you to know, honestly. At least you're not wasting your time like gargling Tylenol. For real. When I was a kid, I didn't have Aleve in the house. Like, we just didn't have a need for it. We just had Tylenol. And I would eat it like candy when I got cramps when I was like in high school because I had horrible cramps. Didn't know what to do. Finally, my doctor was like, get some Aleve. It's a muscle relaxer. Take 2 at night before you go to bed, and it should help. And it seriously was like night and day. Like, the amounts that I had to take were like less than a normal person, you know, versus just gargling something that was doing nothing. But that was specifically for cramps. Alex Jones, Yoshi. Sorry. Ibuprofen almost killed your dad. He's diabetic and he didn't know he couldn't take it. Oh. I mean, there's a lot of over-the-counter shit that's very dangerous. It can be very dangerous. Like, even stuff that's, you know, FDA approved or whatever the fuck they want to call it. It's kind of insane what's legal. And like, or not necessarily, it's legal is such a strange term. It's just like allowed. I don't know. What would you say? At your own risk? I don't know. It's so weird. I have found very little farms in my house, including OTC stuff. I have like whatever I get prescribed for this and that, rubbing alcohol, some gauze, decongestants for if I get hit with the flu, and some Polysporin S creams for random cuts. That's basically what we have. I have like a little first aid kit, and it's got like Neosporin, Band-Aids. I've got bottles of Excedrin for when I get migraines and stuff, and Aleve for when I get cramps. But other than that, like, unless I'm debilitated by pain, like if I'm curled over crying in a dark corner, I'll take drugs. But I try not to. I try to let my body like kick into its natural thing. Because it does eventually. It just takes a bit. It's basically what runner's high is. Benadryl fucks me up. Oh my God, Voodoo. I can't, like, any medication that has like a sleepy effect to it, it leaves me fucked up for days. And I have no idea why, but it's been my whole life. Like, even when I was a kid, my mom would give me like whatever the Tylenol PM or whatever for kids it was. Sometimes it would be Theraflu or something, or NyQuil, whatever it was when we were kids. I don't remember the brand names. I don't think I knew them. But it would be like, I would not be sick anymore, but I couldn't wake up. Like, I'd just be in bed in a fucking coma state for days. Like, that sleepy shit, Benadryl, any of that leaves me in the strangest hangover mode for days. Like, way too long. Oh my God, you're allergic to Aleve? Your lips swell? I mean, I think it's the hardest one on your body. Correct me if I'm wrong, pharmaceutical people and or nurses out there, but I think Aleve is one of those ones that, like, you want to stay away from it unless your doc says, like, this is how much you can have, be careful. Because I mean, you guys, I've told you guys I have an ulcer. It was caused by Aleve. Like, it burned a hole in my stomach. It's bad for you. There's ulcers you can get by bacteria that can heal over time. And then there's ulcers you get from abuse and stress. And that's what I got. And it's not a fun time. Oh, there you go. NSAIDs are really gnarly. And naproxen's the strongest over the counter. That's what I thought. I mean, that's what I've heard. And naproxen is Aleve. Yes, thank you. Sorry. Sometimes I just forget that I, like, grew up in a medical house. So even before I went to school, I just knew these names. And I know I probably sounded like a pretentious hoe talking about them. I try not to now. But the Prilosec ads. I can't with that. That whole, like, cycle of, like, oh, you can take the Aleve with an ulcer. Just take some Prilosec on top of it. And then some, Pepto for the heartburn. But then you're going to have to take something else because that's going to block you up and you're going to want to poop. And it's just like a cycle of, like, let's put more drugs on more drugs on more drugs. When maybe we could find a different drug like at step 1 that's not burning holes in our stomach. Wait, which I have 2 cute doggos up. I have a picture. Hold on, let me pull them up. I want to make sure I have the correct links. That's the Alex Jones shit. Still not playing anything. So I think they're still on a break. I'm gonna leave that link up. Sorry, I have a lot of tabs. Let me find it. Prank call, aliens, clean it up. I don't know. And a dog. Wait, I don't know if I got a 2 from you, Mickey. I might need it again if you have the link. I'm sorry. Your facial expressions would be perfect for drug commercials. Oh my God, can you imagine though? They'd probably be too extreme. They'd be like, wow, I don't want to feel feelings. Diclofenac has been shown in some studies to be more effective than others and do less stomach damage. I wonder why. Is it... I'm just going to have to research it. I feel like I'm asking you really detailed questions for a chat. I'm just a nerd. Seriously, like, when you... Like, nurses and I go to the same amount of school, literally same classes, and then we branch off. And I think where we really branch off in our studies is nursing becomes, like, specialized in pharmaceuticals and drugs and, like, all the effects and what can go together and the contraindications and all that. And then I learn about, like, your heart and lungs and circulation and, like, micro fucking space. And I'm kind of sad. Like, I wish I could have learned more about drugs. They're very interesting. Thank you, Mickey. Wait, I got the picture. What, did you say there was another one? Because I got a picture. Oh, okay, cool. No, we played Gizmo. Oh, yeah. I lived for Gizmo. Are you kidding me? EU people reacting to US medication ads was hilarious. You know, there have been some famous people that I straight up, like, ignore in life now because I've seen them do medication ads and it pissed me the fuck off. I.e., I think his name's Adam Levine, the lead singer of Maroon 5. When I was in high school, I was walking through the Spokane Mall with my mother, and there was, like, one of those huge, like, mall billboards, I guess. It's basically like a block in the middle of the walkway with an ad posted on the front of it. And it was Adam Levine. It was like a video playing of Adam Levine talking kids into trying Adderall. And it was just him being like, saying the most vague symptoms you could possibly think of and talking to you about how you can get fucking Adderall. And as someone who takes Adderall as a way of life to live, it was disgusting. Yeah, it was so foul to me. And this was so long ago. Like, this was like 2006. And ever since then, I'm just like, fuck anything he does. I don't care how desperate for money you are. Like, you are part of the problem now. And forever. Oh, they cause raging diarrhea? Boo, don't do that. Okay, Mickey, I'm sorry. I was just confused. This is the adorable pup that we're talking. Look at that fucker. This is Bailey. She's an expert meteorologist. If her ear is deployed, there's an 80% chance that it's currently windy. Dogs are everything. Have you ever had a bad day? Do you not want to do stuff? Sometimes, literally, it was like, sometimes do you wake up sleepy? Sometimes do you feel like you're struggling paying attention in school? Who wasn't? Like, what? It was offensive. It was clearly a very blanket statement, like, take your kid to the hospital, get him some Adderall, and they'll be sleepy. It was just sad. But this dog cleanses my soul. I still have doctors who insist on prescribing metformin, and I have to tell them, no, I will not take it. Why do they insist on it, though? No, Mickey, you're totally fine. I wanted to make sure we looked at it together. Is there anything more pure than a puppy? Do you struggle with focus sometimes? Do you feel sleepy around 1 in the afternoon? Yeah, because you all programmed us to have the most boring fucking lives possible in cubes. I might have ADHD, but that doesn't mean I have ADHD. Like, the fuck? It was bad. But it was, like, really geared towards kids. I can't remember the exact quotes on it. I just remember it being very much, like, kid geared. Or kind of, like, towards the moms. Like, he said something about your kid being hyperactive and something. And I've always had the opinion, like, sometimes kids are just kids. There's a huge difference between an ADHD kid and a kid who's just been cooped up all day and needs to run. Kids have energy. They're children. That's what I don't know how many kids that fucking know that. Are kittens more pure? Because I honestly thought of that immediately when I said that, and I would say they're equal. Like, the moment a little baby kitten opens its eyes and, like, a little puppy like this looking at you with all that love, like, how... Frem! Be safe. Wash your hands. Brush your teeth. Don't let strangers cough on you. I'll see you later, boo. Be safe tomorrow. Seriously. Good luck. Do you like the energy to pull those all-nighters for WoW raids? Well, oh boy, do we have a solution for you. Adderall. For real, though. Dude, I knew more kids dealing Adderall than I knew kids prescribed it when I was in college. Like, I didn't tell anyone I was on meds or anything when I was in college because immediately they'd want to buy them. It was so fast. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I've seen what Adderall does to people who don't need Adderall. Have you ever seen someone, like, grind their canine teeth away in under 12 hours? It's similar effect. It's not, like, speedy. Like, they're definitely speedy. Like, their eyes are weirdly dilated, and they're talking faster than I do, which is a feat. But they grind their teeth and they, like, pick their skin, like, in front. Like, they'll just sit here and absentmindedly start picking and, like, pick their face apart. It's wild, man. Not good, is what I'm saying. If you don't have ADHD or you don't have something that requires Adderall, it could be other things. I'm not a pharmacist again. Please don't fuck with that shit. It can be very dangerous. You can have a fucking heart attack. It was the website text? Nuh-uh. That was the first time you heard about it? Adderall helped me get my level 50 in Halo 3. Adderall helped me graduate college. I couldn't finish Halo 2 on the Legendary till I had something slightly stronger than Adderall. My first drug they ever put me on for anything psychosomatic, whatever you want to say, was Concerta. And it had the same effect overall of Adderall, but it made me so fucking irritable from day one. I remember that because, like I said, we talked about this earlier. It's not a drug that has to build up in your system over time. It's one that has an immediate effect that moment, that day, and you pee it out by the end of the day. And like the moment it kicked in, like you know when it kicks in because suddenly you don't feel like you're spinning in circles in the middle of a tornado waiting for the cow to hit you. Like, Dorothy, we're not in, like suddenly you have a coma. Suddenly you're like, oh wow, I can sit and like do my makeup real quick and get in the car and get to work and like focus. It was always paired with like being snippy. Like I wanted to snap at anyone that spoke to me. If my phone went off, I'd like throw it, but I just didn't. I just felt that way, and I knew it, and I was very aware of how irritable it made me right away. And I remember I went and talked to my doc about it. And he took me from 32 milligrams a day to 56. He was convinced I wasn't on enough milligrams a day. And that's why I was irritable. I was a sniff away from drooling in public. It was horrible. Fun thing I learned. Nicotine mimics the effects of stimulants in those with ADHD. In those with ADHD. I think I read about that somewhere ages ago, Eliza. You're totally right on it. It's one of the main oh, you and I have talked about this. Like the, what's the term? The self-medicating. Like people who are, chronically long-term undiagnosed and just suffering will oftentimes self-medicate with alcohol, opiates, or otherwise. And a lot of people with ADHD end up self-medicating with cigarettes. A lot. And it has something to do with the nicotine, yeah. I think Concerta is the U.S. name for metal. It is methylphenidate. Yep. That's what I was taking, yeah. And I don't know what it was. Like, it just made me want to bite everyone's head off. And I'm normally, even being the bipolar ADHD, OCD, whatever the fuck you want to say, mess, I'm very chill. Like, it takes a lot to make me snap. Unless I'm, particularly cranky for some reason. It takes a lot. Like, I'm generally just like a fuck it person. Like, I'll just deal with it. And it made me like all the time for the dumbest shit, for stupid little things that, I wouldn't have even noticed before. Really odious? I wonder if it's something with it. I don't know. Because I've heard some people have a lot of luck with it, and some people feel that way on Adderall. Some people have no luck with Adderall at all, which is, I think, where it gets its really bad name is, back when they first started diagnosing a lot of us with ADHD and medicating us, they just put you on it and let you go. Like, you never had to go back to the doctor because it was a psychiatrist that prescribed you, which isn't technically a counselor. Most of the time, they're not a licensed counselor. They just do the drug half. And so you would, it wouldn't be working, so you'd, take more or take less or whatever, and people would see you crack out. And so that's why people are like, it's just medical meth. No, it's not. Stop it. Don't sound stupid. I'm here to tell you right now it's different. Like, the chemical structure is different. I'm saving you from sounding stupid. Stop it. Wellbutrin. Oh, I had similar experience with Wellbutrin. Really? She pulled herself off and was flying free. Oh, good. Wellbutrin killed my appetite when I ended up eating, only about 600 calories a day. That happens to a lot of people on ADHD meds. Some people, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think I remember, it's like if you're on too high of a dose, it can make you have what's called oh God, what is it? It's like ADHD anorexia or something like that. It's literally like your meds lead you to be mildly anorexic because you're suddenly, releasing enough serotonin to stabilize your brain into one activity. And that alone, just being able to do that for the first time in your life can be such crack. It's not that nothing physically is actually dampening hunger that I'm aware of. You forget to eat because what you're doing feels so good. It's that zone. Getting in the zone. You've never been able to do it before, and suddenly you can. And it becomes your new crack. And you can forget to eat and drink water. Drink some water, my dudes. It's important. Do it. It's good for you. Smalls, you preach into the crowd. Eating is a fucking chore to me. If it wasn't for Zach, I'd easily be very thin. Way too thin. Is what I'm saying. Overtly thin. Because I don't prioritize it. It's a chore. It's just this thing I have to do. And sometimes, before bed, I'll sit there and I'd be like, do I feel icky? Maybe I can just go to sleep and get away with it. Because normally by around 8 p.m., that's where I'm like, okay, I got to put something in my body because I just feel shitty now. But I don't get hungry. Really. But I like food. Like if I travel and shit, I taste food all the time. But like cooking and shit, fuck, dude. It's so annoying. It takes so much time for something that could take no time. You know? Yeah, I mean, I do it because I've just like, it's like, I've like worked it into my daily just existence as this is what you do. Like, this is your daily life. Like, you brush your teeth, you know, you drink water, you cook your dinner. Because otherwise, I would never do it. I'd live off like Cliff Bars and takeout, which is not a healthy way to go. You know? I don't know if I'd ever shit at that point. Paxil on Christmas Day after I realized my medical OCD had gotten to a point I was no longer living. Oh, honey. And rushed to the doctor. I'm so happy you went to the doctor, though. Seriously, like, to this day, I've been on meds for quite some time. Almost 4 years now. I've been fully, like, medicated for all of my diagnoses and in therapy and all that stuff. And to this day, calling my doctor to make an appointment to get my re-up is the hardest part. It sucks, but I still do it. And I hope that because I do it, you do it. All of you. 'Cause I'm a puss. Who likes a phone call? I know for myself when I was on a high dose, it really tanked my appetite. And when I came off and I'm hungry, my brain can't handle the idea of attempting to sequence the steps to make food. Oh, God. That's the paralyzed by options. That's the paralyzation. That's what happens to me when I don't get my joy. When I don't take my joy, everything in the world paralyzes me by option. Like, I could do that or that or that or that, so I'm just going to sit here and stare at a wall for 8 hours and contemplate that. It's weird. Goddamn boomers and their telephones. I feel so awkward on phone calls. I'm so quiet, and I know it comes off as, like, rude or vacant or something. I just am, like, frozen. I don't know what to do. I feel weird. My whole life I've been that way. Like, I would never answer the phone as a kid, ever. Fuck that. I'd let it ring 15 times. I don't care how long you ring. I ain't answering that shit. I just don't. I've always felt weird on the phone. I don't know what it is. I need a face to look at. I didn't do it. Wait. Oh, wrong mouse. That's why, Catherine. I didn't do it. Now it's been so long, I'm not on meds anymore. Are you feeling great? Because you're worth it, boo. If I'm worth it, you're worth it, because come on now. You know how many nanas I've unplugged while people, like, cried at me? Still did it. Medical order, obviously, but you know what I mean. You deserve it. Vissy, why would you be afraid to start up again? Was there a weird, like, transition when you started up? Have you talked to your doctor about it? The pandemic stress turned a minor problem into a problematic one. Doctor wasn't surprised. She called the mental issues a pandemic within the pandemic. My therapist said something almost identical to that. She said, this was way towards the beginning, like probably 6 months in, when we were all like, okay, this isn't just a couple weeks of lockdown, like we're shut in. She said something like, the world is going to go through a sort of global depression, and it's going to be bad, exponential. And it's not going to be like, you know, people like everyone's going to suddenly jump off buildings, as most people who have never experienced depression suddenly view us. It's going to be just like this lack of want to live. And I've seen it ever since. Like, it's horrible. And most of us are just like, oh my fuck. Y'all can't wash your hands. Like, that is that hard. All right. Very much so, Ghetto. Side effects, the one I was on not working. Oh, well, fuck that. If it's not working, don't torture your body with a drug. I would talk to your doctor, Vissy. And if your doctor is insistent on putting you back on a med that was actively not making you feel better, I would find another doctor if you possibly can. They're your employee. At the end of the day, you're paying them money for a service. And if they are not doing that service, there are lots of other doctors out there that can work with you. If you have that option, I realize like with insurance companies and shit like that, that can be a fucking nightmare. But you're worth the, not the nightmare. You're worth the nightmare. You know what I mean? But obviously, if you have that privilege of being able to like look for a different doctor, I totally would. Well, Vissy, just because this one doesn't work doesn't mean you're going to have to try a bunch of other ones. I only had to go through 2. First one didn't work and made me a cranky ass hoe. Second one, awesome. People tell me I'm on medical meth all the time, but as a chemistry major, I can look them in the eye and say, stop making yourself look so stupid in public. It's embarrassing for everyone. Yeah, your doctor could be unofficially sponsored, meaning they're getting like spiffs for how many people are on that medication. Like all that kind of thing. And they don't have to tell you that ever. They could lie out the window to you. Like, you're worth walking in there and feeling better. Like, it's not always a 7-drug journey. Sometimes it's a 2. And I had to go through 3 different docs to get there, but I'm so fucking happy I did. In hindsight, I mean, it sucks at the time. It's like getting a tooth, a cavity filled. Like, it's good because you don't want to get gingivitis going to your heart and killing you. But you go through like those moments of pain and horrible, excruciating nonsense to get it over with. Because dying from a tooth sounds like a shitty way to go. If you think about it that way, it doesn't look so bad. You're seeking normalcy. Normalcy should be at the same level of seeking your happiness. Number 1, 100%. I would say if anything, they're the same. One and the same. It's like the moment you feel like you can breathe. And like, it's not your fault that the first drug your doctor guessed didn't work. Vissy, one way that I think could help your doctor in like helping you find another med, if you can remember, even though I know you've been off of them for a bit now, if you can remember negative things they did when you were on the drug, like ways that they changed your behavior or whatever that you didn't like, if there is any, and like literally just any behavioral changes that did happen from the drug, because that can help your doctor seek out a different drug formulation. Like psychiatrists, that's their job. Like that's what they are. They're chemists on crack. Like they literally know their shit with that stuff. And so the more information you can give them other than like isn't working, like what are you aiming for and what is it not doing for you and what is it doing for you adversely? You know what I mean? Like, just write those down if you can remember any of them, because it can help a lot. Just personal experience with it. I just try to help. No shade. You're not doing the wrong thing. I want to help so bad. I really want you to feel good. I was out. Did someone mention how Jones' lawyer accidentally sent his entire phone contents to the other lawyer? What? I heard that he sent it all to a parent, but that's interesting. And memory is extremely associative. Hard associative. Yeah. I mean, I think we all know that. Like, memory is so unreliable. Like, it's so associated with, like, the emotions you were feeling that day, previous and post, and otherwise. It's crazy. Make some foods! Shay, go make some foods, you silly fuck. I imagine that some people, when they're having an adverse reaction to a medication, aren't aware of it while they're on the meds in order to even tell the doctor. 100%. And what I noticed a lot, and granted, this was coming from a hospital, like inpatient point of view, a lot of people, like we're told as kids, as a way to toughen us up, which like I'm grateful for and not like, suffer to be beautiful. Sometimes you got to put up with a little bit of pain. Pain is gain, blah, blah, blah. And so people internalize like, I might be feeling shit now, but it's going to feel better. Like, I'm getting all these bad side effects, but it's going to get better. So they'll just keep pushing. And instead of, going to the doctor and seeking and, telling the doctor this didn't work, we need to try something else, they'll just like assume this is life. Like they accept this is life now. And it breaks my heart. The doctor is your employee. Like, you're paying them. Your insurance is paying them for a job. And if they're not doing the job and convincing you that a drug that's not working is actually working is not doing their job. Like, that's not their job. Oh, Odious, was it that stuff? Was it? I wonder who it was sent to originally, though, because that's like perjury and shit. I'm interested. Bolvi, I used to be the exact same way. A big part of it that changed in me was working in hospitals. I definitely had a different view of doctors after that, and now I can just look them in the eye and be like, sup, bitch. But 100%, and like, I don't think it's either of our fault. It's nobody's fault that any of us act like that. Like, we want to get out of the hospital as fast as possible, and that doc wants to, help as many patients as possible in one day. So if you're agreeable, they're agreeable, let's go. Like, they're all about it too. It sucks to literally be like, you didn't do your job. Like, no one wants to tell their doctor, like, it didn't work, you have to try again. Because it's... But at the end of the day, like, the doc wants to. They want to fix it. They don't want you going to other people and be like, yeah, my doctor just put me on this and left me forever. When in fact, like, did you ever go back and tell them you were shitting your pants on it everywhere all the time? Or whatever your side effect is, you know what I mean? I pulled up the link, hold on. I pulled it up on the wrong fucking monitor like a dick ball. Like a ball of dicks. I wonder, did we see this link? Or do we see this clip, I wonder?
So you did get...
Shut up. Because earlier it was just like sitting on that break, forever. Oh shit, it's loading. Is it going to be something? Baby, don't hurt me. Oh. It's not. I got nothing. I still have court on break. Boo! Or is this the recording? Did we miss it? Is it over? Or is this... I don't know what's happening. It doesn't say it's live anymore. Boo! That's okay. We'll catch up on the news. It was very nice to watch the fucking courts just like talk down to him eternally. That felt good. Like, really good. Because fuck that waste of air. I mean, that poor judge, though. I feel bad for her. Like, she really did some work today. Does a lawyer oopsie a super duper incriminating document to the opposition write? You gotta wonder. I mean, we were talking about, like, what kind of human could defend this guy? Like, I believe everyone deserves defense, but, like, who could willingly defend Alex Jones? Like, he emotionally tormented the parents of dead babies for years. Soullessly. And created an army against them and so on. Like, who even? And so maybe this is the lawyer's way of being like, help. Like, was there a help in there somewhere and maybe a different color text? Or maybe a oddly placed emote? Absolutely, BDO. I'm really shocked he was... I think she didn't charge him with contempt because she wanted him to say something and fuck himself even more, maybe. That's the only thing I come up with, because he was a rude... I've seen people charged with contempt for way less. He was just a rude, arrogant ass. Like, to the nth degree. Deloney, right? I think it doesn't hit as good because he doesn't look embarrassed. Like, he just is a fucking narcissist. And it's like Mayo said, like, I think a symptom of severe narcissism in this case, like, you can't look forward. It's right now in the here and now. So he doesn't see the repercussions of his actions at all. It's just like, he knows he has this audience somewhere in the world that sucks his dick. So he's, in his mind, speaking to them all the time, I think. Like, it's a psychosis. It's sad. It doesn't make it right. It's just gross. But it is. It's cringy. There's a difference between doing the legal representation of a criminal in court and high-profile defense lawyers who honestly try to pull one over on people. It's very odd. It's an interesting oopsie. Like, how tired were you? Or drunk or high? To accidentally send to the other a child's parent's lawyer the entirety of the text? Like, why did that file exist on your phone at such easy access? Would be my question. Seems like something vital. Opposing counsel, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it seems like yeah. But I don't know, I'm not smart that way. I'm not smart. I just think about that stuff. Like, I don't know. It's like conspiracy theory at this point, really. Narcissism will create this reflective mirror bubble that faces inward around you when activated. That's kind of what I was thinking when I was saying, like, it doesn't matter how much proof and how much they pull out to be like, we know you're lying. In his circle of mirrors, they're just proving his point stronger. And that's why we don't see him, like, feeling bad about the atrocious things he's done. I don't know, I always try, like, with people like this, I don't know why, if it's just, I don't think it's just me, because you guys do it too, but I always try to break apart the psychology of the person. I'm like, what could be driving this? And how do they sleep at night? It doesn't make it better, it doesn't excuse it, but that's what I always do. I'm like, there has to be something. Because normal people don't do this. And by normal, I mean the vast majority of us, of just people with a soul. Yeah, Griff, we just watched his, I guess it was I can't remember what kind of court. It wasn't like a trial court, because he was already, decided guilty, because he just didn't show up to court for like 2 years or something, which I'm really excited to see how much money he just owes the courts. Because I think he was getting fined $10,000 a day every day he didn't go to court. So he lost the parents of the children who were murdered in the Sandy Hook shooting, sued him for harassing them and terrorizing them for years and years, and calling them actors, saying they never had kids. It was all fake. I mean, he did horrible things. He sent armies of people to do the same to them. It was terrible. It's my brain dies thinking about him sometimes. It's defamation, right? That's what I was trying to. What's the actual charge called? He lost it just by not showing up to court. And so what this hearing is basically the jury and the judge are deciding how much money he's going to have to pay these parents. And this is one part I remember of it that was probably one of my favorites. He was like, if you penalize us $2 million, that will put us under, our company will go under. And in the mid, sap talk, the judge goes, I'm sorry, you can stop talking. Yes or no, please. Like, it was just the best ever. And he said 2 million would take him under, but that his company pulls in like, what, 80 million a year? And it's just like, what I hear is each parent gets 100 mil a piece. Yeah? I think that's fair. I think he can afford it. That's what I hear there. He was making $800K a day. Shut the fuck up. He was making $800,000 a day when he was being demonized. That's fucking disgusting. Yep, this is just for the damages. Thank you, Griff. Yeah. Dude, Shay, I'm right there with you, honey. I drink a lot of water to subdue that shit. It's terrible, but it's just, I just don't like to do it. Thank you for being on my side about that. Cheers! Cheers to my central hose. Is it 420? Did we actually hit it today, Viata? Oh my god, it's a miracle! Cheers, lovers. Is it my Delody? So he's being or he lost his case of defamation or whatever, yeah. Honestly, as long as they strip him of all his monies, I don't care. Cheers. We never hit 420. That's miraculous. That was beautiful. I mean, we always hit 420. What are you talking about? We're great stoners. Jones said on his dumbass show that the jurors don't even know what planet they're on. So he's done himself no favors. Well, did you hear him? Like, I don't know when he said this or what he said, but at some point, apparently, he made a comment that all the jurors are blue collar. So one of the jurors' question cards was, define blue collar. And it's like, bitch, just say you mean poor. Say it. Say what the fuck you mean, you ass. And he just trotted around that shit, and the judge cut him off again. It was beautiful. That judge was miserable, and she did not look like she was having fun, but damn, did I love watching her cut him off a lot. It felt fantastic. He's also trying to declare bankruptcy as a small business, which doesn't require the oversight a normal, so he can hide the money. And she actually stated in the court, you cannot tell the jury you're bankrupt because you're not. Filing for bankruptcy does not mean you are bankrupt. Like, she laid out his lies so hard. It was I just might tweak a nipple to that later. I don't know, man. That was some hot shit. It's worth watching. Like, I'm not one that's like hyper political or hyper into court shit, but I love watching an evil person just get bitch slapped. It feels nice. She destroyed him. Oh, it was just it was hot and I loved it. Go lay down, honey boo. That's okay. That's actually usually when I end my stream if I actually start on time. So I'm gonna find someone cool to host. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this piece of shit first. But rest. Take care of yourself, please. Did that judge give CK a wedgie? Oh, absolutely. But like, in a way, like, I want to give her like fuck her dumb, but then give her a bubble bath and rub her back because she looks so tired. I mean, can you imagine being the judge presiding over that piece of shit? Who for over 2 years ish just didn't go to court. Like, there was literally like he was being charged like 10 grand a day. He just never went. That's how he lost. That's wild to me. He's like an indignant 2-year-old. He's literally like the adult version of Terrible 2. It's like, I know I didn't. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. No. When they learn no. It's a respectful wedgie, right? Like, I just want to comfort her. Because she just looks so tired. Trying to lie so much, maintain the lie must be so fucking exhausting and stressful. I think about that. Like, how do these people live? Because I have anxiety that sometimes that keeps me awake for weeks at a time for like stupid little things that mean nothing. These people are going through existential, life-altering things. Like, how have they not imploded? I don't know. Bubble glass, yep. Bubble bath and glass of wine style, exactly. Yep. Just answer the question. Oh, it was amazing. Every time she'd cut him because he honestly, like, he would almost never answer a question. And I wish the January 6th insurrections were more like this judge, because they'll ask a witness a question and that witness will just jerk off to the Constitution for 20 minutes and somewhere in there cryptically lay an answer that, oh, I don't understand and I don't know if anybody got. Like, be like, no, yes or no. Just do it. I love it. Stop catering to these fucking moldy sponges. I think it is. BDO, didn't we see an article earlier that it is going to get shared with them? Right, Ghetto? And it's like, it doesn't take being like a fucking martyrous, like, angel saint to have a conscience. Everybody has a conscience. I think most people in most situations, when they're not like, it's not like life or death, are trying their best not to harm those around them. This person is not. And you wonder, like, what's different? Where are the neurons connecting in this brain versus mine? I don't know. It scares me because I've seen some shit. Like, what kind of shit do you have to have seen or gone through to be that? He's like if Chet from Weird Science got a human suit to put on. Oh, dude, bonbons are so underrated. People think they're like fake. They're literally chocolate covered ice cream. They're so fucking good. I honestly think narcissistic people cannot actually conceive of a world in which they're wrong. Yes, I think you're right. I think that's the mentality of it. And it's just like everything else in the world, in their immediate surroundings, is just there to confirm that. And their brain works to twist them to that reality. And I don't think it's like, it's just them. Like, it's like me being bipolar or OCD or anything. It's just the way their brain works. But I can't imagine my neurosis being a neurosis that doesn't let me accept my neurosis, because I can't stop being obsessed with how perfect I am or how much the world is against me. What a challenging fucking trial to overcome. Not that I have any pity for this fuck. I'm just saying, like, whew. Whew. French candy bonbons are also tasty and completely different. Oh my god, what are they? Did you chocolate covered lesbians? Yeah. What? I'm in. Wait. My boo just said sign me up. Same. Is there a sign up sheet? I was unaware. Is there an interview? I'm bad at interviews. Trump is like that. Remember the Tim Apple thing? Oh, Trump is a hard narcissist. Oh, dude, he's going to go in so many psychology textbooks. I'd put money on it if I had any. 100%. He's going to be in every psychology textbook as a literal textbook narcissist. Because there's so much film of him being it. Just proudly. Like, it's not like you have to, like, break down narcissism into a definition anymore. You just put on Trump. Boom. Done. Which is sick. It's not right, but that's pretty case. It's disgusting. Also, I think a little bit of, what's that where you, like, believe your own lies after a while? Oh my god, I just farted on the name of it. Compulsive liar? Is it a compulsive liar? The Kofefe variant? Shut the fuck up. Ooh, I might have had the chewy ones. I actually prefer them simply because ice cream melts so fast. And I eat slow. Ooh, I might try them. I think I may have had these. They're very delicious. I can't remember where I had them. I might have to order some. Self-delusionment, very much so, yes. Like that disillusionment of grandeur, self-grandeur. Yeah. Just saw a compilation on TikTok today where he kept saying, nobody knows more about topic more than me. Oh, did you vomit afterwards? Like, just in your mouth a little? I might have. Oof. I get sick listening to him anymore. Like, I'm done with his voice. Like, January 6th insurrection shit is the only time I'll put up with it, really, and actively not turn it off. But I just... No. Did you hear that he buried his ex-wife on his golf course so that he doesn't have to pay taxes because now it's a graveyard? Like, first off, what? Second, the fuck? The world is so fucking weird. I think he's planning to charge people to go see it. He wants to make it, bigger and huge. It's going to be huge. It's bigger than the Kennedy Memorial, bigger than that everlasting flame. It's huge. Yeah, something like that. It's fucking stupid, disgraceful. Even in death, she has to suffer him on a fucking golf course. Like, what? Hugely big. The biggest ever. Grew up with a narcissistic friend close to me. So hard to reason and deal with when empathy and sympathy is non-existent and only seen as a tool to find your weaknesses and used against you. Oh, same. And it's the worst is when you realize it and, like, you just have to go away. Like, there is no reasoning with a narcissist. It's hard. It's so I've had that almost I'm so sorry you ever had to do that. If it was anything like what I had to go through, it feels like ripping a limb off. It's terrible because it's like you can't with no amount of words or logic or reasoning, you can't convince that person they did anything wrong. You just have to go away and therefore you're an asshole. Her children as next of kin had to allow that. So they're just as disgusting as he is. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that at all. It's not like they could all hang out for years and years and not kind of end up the same flavor of crap, right? She did marry the fucker. I mean, and it did a number on her. They all have properties on that golf course and are all slated to inherit it. You mean that graveyard? Do you really only need to bury one person for it to be a fucking graveyard? Yeah, if you hit the headstone just right, you can get a hole in 1 on 6. Stop it. What if they put it in like the mini golf section? What if they make it part of the putt-putt course? No shit, Viata. She didn't have any last will and like last. Wait, they had her cremated, but buried her. I'm kind of questioning whether or not anything's buried there, to be honest. Yeah, like how many people designates a graveyard? I'm wondering that too, Knives. Like, do I just have to bury a person in my yard and now I'm tax free? They had to preserve their skull for the ritual. God damn it. 6 or more. Okay, so there are 5 bodies buried on this golf course, wherever. Is it in Jersey? Someone needs to call the cops. Has anyone checked? Who are they? Did they die golfing? It's not that boring. Cake, it's yes. Short answer, yes. However, in America, if you have enough money, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. There are 5 bodies that you know about buried on that golf course. Has anyone seen Hunter Biden lately? I mean, what designates a tombstone, though? Could it be a miniature golf course? Like, does a wooden windmill with a hole in the middle equal gravestone? Because I don't know. I've seen some wild headstones before. Oh my god, Kate, get the fuck out of... Stop. That's not weird. You're weird. Shut up. If you can get a dick, you can get a windmill. Word. I'm just saying. My tombstone is the golf course. I love golfing. I fucking hate that Trump is such a golfer and that's like all he's known for, and that all these shitty Republicans that don't do their jobs just like golf. I was on a golf team in high school. I love golfing. Bastards. We need to get more youngins out there so they'll go away because they don't like us. We're loud and they like to be quiet and like pretend like quiet does something. We're not loud. They just think we're loud. At Disney, oh my god, do you know how many... apparently it's illegal to spread remains at Disney. However, I saw a video one time. It's presumed that over hundreds of thousands of people have been spread at Disneyland. So, like, how much are you into sharing space, Baron? Like, do you like crowds? Architecture, I know. I am a creature of many habits, but I love to golf. But I don't like... I'm not competitive with it, you know? I was on a golf team literally in high school just for something to do. I didn't want to be on the basketball team anymore. And my mom said, you had to do a sport. So I did golf. And I really liked it. I like golfing. It's peaceful. Go to the driving range when you're pissed off. I don't want to be cremated. Stop it. Okay, wait. I love your plan. Just kidding. I take it back. It's perfect. I love it. No, it's perfect. I'm donating every bit of me they can take to science. Like, just learn something new, for fuck's sake. From Billy Connolly, have a big standing size stone with tiny print right at the bottom that you have to get close to read, and it just says, you're standing on my balls. Oh my god, yes. I want just a black marble headstone that just says, finally. That's it. No name. Just like a sigh. Like, written like a sigh. I don't know what kind of fucking font that is. Finally. Like that kind of thing. Like when you lay in bed after a concert. I have no hand-eye coordination, Spence. I don't know what it is. I actually went to college in a town where disc golf is like a big thing, as so is tight walk or slack rope walking and hippies. But there was tons of it, and I am fuck horrible at it. I tried really hard. Can't do it. I've never been able to figure out how to throw a frisbee. Don't hate me. It's just something I don't know how to. I've tried my whole life. I'm embarrassing to throw a frisbee with. I love that. I love the alkaline decomposition. They have them, I think, in Colorado, California, and Seattle. I believe are the only three states, excuse me, in the U.S. at least that has been approved for that stuff. But I love that idea. Like, just I want to go back to the earth as fast as possible. I don't want anyone to have the chance to fuck with me. I don't want to be like embalmed and stuck in a box forever. Fuck that shit. That sounds like a horrible experience. But like, be a tree on a graveyard land where people aren't like, get secretly buried on a graveyard, but really you're like a tree in there that's gonna happen. Like, no one will be able to touch me. I'm into it. You can pee on me all you want. I'm a tree. Genova, be safe, brush your teeth, wash your hands, pee after sex. I'll see you tomorrow, love. What is today? Wednesday? Tomorrow's Thursday? Nothing special. I mean, it's Thursday. We're alive. Me too. I'd love to be a tree. Really any tree, but like, somewhere where people can't chop me down because they just don't like me in their yard or whatever. You can't throw like a ball of trash in a garbage can 20 feet away. I can. I'm trying to think of how that's different. I don't know. It's something about this. I think it's the tilt of my hand and my arm. Like the frisbee always like becomes like a fucking saw blade through the air, or it goes the other way drastically. I just can't get it level. But like this motion, like I played basketball. So like this is. And I played softball. Shut up. It's different, right? I don't know. Frisbees, it's not the distance or anything. It's just like getting it to like go evenly float. It's always just one or the other. Like, it's just embarrassing. It's like watching a child just throw the frisbee the first time they ever touch one. But it's me still. You know? Or some shrooms, that'd be sick. Like a woodland, that'd be awesome. There is a project where they do that, like the bio decomposing of bodies like ultra fast, and then they put them in this forest that's designated as an area where they do this, and it's all human remains, but it's like a really beautiful woodland, and it's just biodiversifying this woodland that was kind of, I think, destroyed by something in the past. I can't remember what it was. I watched a documentary on it on Netflix or something. It was really cool. Got an ace from over under 180 feet. Oh my god, I'd be lucky to get a frisbee to go that long, let alone just be like flat. I've seen the liquid cremation, but I think it's like insanely expensive because I don't think very many people offer it yet. But honestly, I'm all for that. It's the same as cremation, like in a fire, but they use like ultrasonic waves, I think, and water to dissolve your body. And the amount of energy I think it takes to burn one body is kind of insane. Like the amount of pollution and shit it creates to burn one body, like incinerate or cremate a body. I think this is a better option. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've done very little reading on it. I watched one little blurble on it. It was interesting though. It's extremely CO2 heavy, yeah. Which I think is why a lot of crematoriums have gotten in trouble for like mass cremating bodies to like save a few bucks. And then they just divide all the ashes and assume you've got a little bit of papa in it. It seems like a more eco-friendly way to do it because you're not burning anything into the fucking ozone. Aw. A ding dong. Has anyone not loved a ding dong in their life? Child treats for the win! I keep thinking there's a spider on my ceiling, but it's a fucking thumbtack. I saw one where they put you in a pod and grow a tree from you. I've seen that one as well. I think there's a couple different variations of it because honestly, I think it's because different states, at least in the US, have weird, like they're like, well, it's not legal to put a body in a wall and rot it, so you have to put it in the ground and rot it. So they'll like make a different company that does something different. But I think at the end of the day, it's all just like a way more eco-friendly way of treating a body. Tree me. That's me too. Fresty, 100%. Like, I'm all about being a tree. I'm all about ding dongs because they're chocolate covered. They're the best. They were like the very special treat. Like, you knew that something was wrong, someone died, or mom fucked up if you got a ding dong on your lunch, but you didn't care because you had a fucking ding dong. What kind of tree? That's a good question. Depending on where I am, just something that doesn't get a disease because then they'll chop me down. I don't know. I fucking love dogwoods, but they tend to smell like semen. I'm trying to think. I've been looking at a lot of trees. Oh, Kentucky coffee tree. Can I be a Kentucky coffee tree? That's my current favorite tree that I think I want to grow one in my yard. They get really big and they have like weird little pods on them that I guess can mimic vanilla smell or something, but they're just so fucking beautiful looking. They look like a good, solid damn tree. The creepypasta of some guy buying a house and finding this chick stuck in the wall for 30 years and fed and stuff from tubes and it was real. Oh no. Nope. I can't that. Willows are beautiful. I love weeping willows, but they're like, when I was a kid, we used to break branches off and whip each other with them, and I don't want anyone breaking off my fingers and whipping each other with them. Spence, look it up. I don't remember that, but I know the Kentucky coffee trees are fucking gorgeous. I don't know. I'd be like something super tall and sturdy. Because tall, sturdy stems. And dogwoods, honestly, like, all the dogwoods in Maryland just smelled like old cum. I'd be a fruity fucking tree, but theoretically, all trees fruit, if you want to get really nerdy about it. Pine cones are fruit, bitch! Hey-oh! What tree is the most CO2 efficient? I know it's evergreens. I learned that in college, but I can't remember if we learned a specific tree. But evergreen trees are more apt at, like, what would it be? Metabolizing CO2, I think, is what you would say. And I think it's simply because they are not deciduous. So they have their leaves or their needles all year round. So they're photosynthesizing constantly. Whereas deciduous trees have a dormant period during the year. You know what I mean? I think that's why. I miss the cherry blossoms as well. Those don't smell like cum, thankfully. It's like a fake cherry blossom tree. I think it's a type of dogwood, but it definitely smells like old jism. The most CO2 efficient plant, if it's not ferns, it's algae. I remember in college, my college was big, had a big old boner for algae. Like they're trying to cultivate algae farms around the Pacific Northwest, like especially in the peninsula, because apparently it's the same. It does like a crazy CO2 turnover, which is really cool. I think it is. It's some sort of pine tree, right? I know it's a deciduous. I just can't remember which one. I mean, does algae is it like a seaweed though? Like honestly, I don't know if it are plants underwater just plants. Is that a dumb thing to say out loud? Because I think I just call everything underwater seaweed. Just a plant. All right, cool. I thought so, but I'm a little high and tired. Who knows? The algae stuff is fucking amazing. I have not finished Bug Stacks, no. We did get deeper into it, though. I think they all murdered the person that I'm looking for, I think. But I don't know. It's just a bunch of fucking murderous psychos. That's that game. It's crazy. I love it, but it's crazy. Yeah. Well, and also there's a sea slug on the Oregon coast that like ate this algae and now never has to eat again and theoretically lives forever because it's photosynthesizing through its back into the algae that's now living inside of its body. And it somehow is feeding on that photosynthesis. Like what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What? Oh, absolutely for Faded Friday. We'll probably play more tomorrow too. Probably. We had our fence installed yesterday, so I wasn't around yesterday, and I like to play catch up our first day back. It's fun. It's an immortal snail. Yes. Theoretically. Like, I guess they just can't see why or when it would die, because it doesn't oxygen. That's not my area of study. I feel like I'm talking really dumb about it, but it's fascinating nonetheless. It's plants with chloroplasts. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly it's very similar process. Yeah. Yes. Oxidize is the word. Thank you, Smalls. They don't oxidize anymore because they're not taking in food or putting out food. Therefore, they're not like producing waste or dealing with waste on the inside. It's crazy. You have to Google it. It's a sea slug on the Oregon coast that photosynthesizes or feeds off the photosynthesis of an algae that has become like native to its back. I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, it's so fucking good on Fridays. I mean, I laugh hysterically constantly the whole time we play that game, no matter what. But when we play it on Faded Friday, my face and eyes feel squinty after stream, like I'm too stoned. But it's because I can't. Like the laughing makes my face hurt because that game is just great and weird and great, and I love it. Coworkers get really mad when you finally have to take a sick day. Boo! I mean, if you're sick, you're sick. Yes, seaweed. Like, do you mean does it taste good? Usually, if you're finding it in seaweed chips or something, they have dried it and salted it and like seasoned it, and it's super tasty. I love seaweed chips. Uh, it depends on the brand. Like, we got a huge box of a brand of them here, and we gave them to Scott because some of them give me an insane stomach ache, and I don't know why. But I've had a lot of seaweed stuff, like in sushi and stuff, and it just is like salty, crispy nothingness. Have you ever had a kale chip? It's very similar to a kale chip. You're like eating salt air. Nah, dude, I would never, I would always be mad at the situation of just being shorthanded, but I don't want you coming to work and getting me sick. Because I will go to work sick. Like, I will go. If I'm not debilitated by it, I'll go. And fuck that shit. Like, stop it. Stop that shit. Lilith's between my legs, asking for an inappropriate snuggle. Hello, Bill. What are you doing? You can't have my ding dong. She's just breathing heavy on my leg, man. Her breath is so hot. Can we not? Lilith is one of my poodles, by the way, if anyone's like, is she talking about her penis right now? Yes and no. Ooh, they're a little bit stronger tasting than pea snaps. A little bit. I don't know how to describe that, though. They just have like that mild backing bitter. You know what I mean? There's like that little bit of bitter. It's not like eating raw kale or anything like that. It's just a little. Like you sense it in there. Is it cool? I got my void and Lilith's underneath me. They know what time it is. Our kitten demands 4-second snuggles between murder play romps. Shut up. Is that the most perfect thing I've ever heard all day? Yeah. Other than that phone prank, yeah. That's adorable and perfect. And I hope you give that kitten a cuddle exactly 4 seconds between every romp. Because if you don't, that's animal cruelty, and I have to take your cat now forever. That's right, I have to. Oh my god, they scare him so much. Well, they're silent when they want to be. Like, they can be insanely sneaky. They can get up on surfaces and shit because they're really tall so quietly. They're like a cat, kind of, when they want to. So oh my god, you're getting Void Kitten tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm so excited for you. I'll be streaming tomorrow. So, like, if you, like, want to take pictures and put it in the Discord, or you want to come tell us how perfect the kitten is, I'm okay with it. I like to live vicariously through you. I love cats. These guys would kill one, but I love to live through other people's kittens because they're the best thing ever. Cats are just animals, I should say. Animals are the best thing ever. And I love them all. I can't say I love one more than the other. I love them all. Go. I actually just found someone cool to host for the day because I'm going to go hang out with my dogs and, eat something. Neuro just went live. I actually think he's the last person we hosted. I want to host my friend Smokealoke. He's playing a game that I've been curious dabbling in. I've never played a Final Fantasy game before, and this is Final Fantasy Tactics. And I love me a tactics game. I think it's Final Fantasy Tactics. And so I've been wanting to watch someone play this for a while. So y'all know my boy Smokealoke. He's one of my oldest friends on Twitch, probably. Which in the Resistance, a magical human of unicorn sparkles and kindness and love and beauty. And are you really, Shad? Yes. It's so perfect when that's happening because it's like easy transition. Smoke is an awesome human being, though. He has one of the most calming, like wonderful voices on Twitch, in my opinion. It just like soothes me and makes me feel at ease. And he's just an awesome human. So let's go hang out with him. But I'll be back tomorrow. We can laugh together. Maybe play some fucking bug snacks. The game is ridiculous. Bring your drugs. It's like necessary. But I'll see you then. Be good. Brush your teeth. Pee after sex. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. Don't let strangers cough on you. And remember to stretch. There's a fuzz on my nose. Oh my God. And remember to take your fucking joy. Because you deserve to feel okay. I love you. Bye.